Arts and Crafts stream with ZombieCleo, who isn't here yet, for Wednesday, December 15th. We're halfway through December, goodness gracious. 2021. Okay, folks, we got all sorts of crafts to do today. We have this magic crystal, which is good for age group 10 up. Whoops, I've got a bunch of other random stuff around here that I need to move or do something with. But you know what? Let's go ahead and let's wait to show off some of that stuff. I was gonna show off to Cleo some of the art that I received as a gift from wonderful folks I met at PAX Unplugged this weekend.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Cleo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah. Let me make sure that our levels are both good here. Turning that down a little bit, turning that down.
Okay, I'm just about to go live. I assume you're already live, so...
I literally just went live, but I don't have your picture-in-picture thing set up yet because you weren't live. So I'm not...
That's sensible.
I'm not all set up. But Cleo, I have some art to show you that was a gift I received over the weekend.
Let me go live.
Yeah, so once you go live, I'm just letting you know that we got some fun stuff.
Okay, going live now. Hello, the people waiting in my channel. It's good to see you. Okay, I need to get a thing for Joe.
A thing for
because
Joe?
Joe's showing me some artwork. Because Joe's showing me. I'm not going to show it on my stream, so if you want to see the artwork, go see Joe.
Okay.
I'm not going to show it on my stream, so because I
Let me mute your
can't.
site because... Okay.
There we go.
So your site is now
I
muted.
am watching Josepha.
Okay, so Cleo, when I went to PAX Unplugged, I ran into some folks like Aviva Kitty, aka Badly Drawn Hermits, who made some cool Minecraft-themed bracelets she was giving to folks as gifts. Like they're like different biome-themed. So like this one's the end, and this one over here is the Nether. And I've got another one that's jungle. Another thing I got from Dahlia. Dahlia is obsessed with my face and does all sorts of art with it and made this perler bead Joe Hill's face, but also made this incredible marker illustration.
Okay. That's really cute. Oh my Gideon! That's a face.
That's markers. It is like I'll show you the back because on the camera it almost looks like it's just like a photo.
It looks digital.
It looks digital, but no, it's actually marker. You can see the back. And Dahlia's mom was there. Dahlia's in college, but apparently her mom drove them because she doesn't have a car or whatever. And I was like, "Hi, I'm Joe Hills," and she's like, "Yeah, I know. I see your face everywhere."
Like, I see your face every day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know, but I love this.
I even love the way you've done the glasses and you've done like the curve of the glass, curvature of the focal points. Well done. That's impressive.
Oh yeah. This is fantastic. So thank you so much, Dahlia, for this incredibly kind gift. And this incredibly kind gift too, which is very cute. So I'm going to put those somewhere safe, away from the water we're using for the crystal kit.
Oh, you were making crystals. Oh.
Yeah, so remember Minecraft sent those caves and cliffs boxes?
Oh.
Did you see these?
Okay, I did not know that because I am not as connected as you are.
Okay, so, yeah. Let me move this pitcher of water, that there's no way that can go wrong. So they sent these caves and cliffs boxes, which I don't know that I can fit under the camera here very well. Not very well at all, it seems. But, and they're just like, "Hi there." And then it included...
Hi, Train, and I've not been looking at my chat. I will come back to you, chat. I promise you will. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so caves and cliffs.
Yeah, so it includes like a Minecraft torch that actually lights up, like made out of plastic. This magic crystal kit. And these magnets. And I'm not sure if these magnets are intended to be used for sculpting or if they're a fidget toy, but maybe I can fidget with them until they look like a sculpture. But anyway, since they sent me this stuff for free, I was kind of like, And
Since I'm advertising their product anyway.
since I was sick and didn't get the chance to buy the supplies for Christmas crafts I wanted to do this week, Christmas crafts are gonna have to wait until next week. Sorry, y'all.
Please remember that I have to take my cats to the vets next week.
Oh no. Well,
So we might have to do it a different day.
yeah, and I'm happy to work with your schedule on that.
Cool.
But
Cool.
yeah, unfortunately, when I went shopping for gingerbread house kits yesterday, everything was sold out everywhere. But
Yeah, I'm having the same problem.
and like I knew that was likely, but I didn't anticipate being locked in my house for 10 days quarantined. Or I did well enough that like we didn't run out of macaroni, right? We had plenty, but like
Dear God, Joe.
we didn't just eat macaroni. But what I'm saying is like I had planned ahead on terms of like, oh yeah, keep extra food and stuff in the house. But I didn't go, let me buy a gingerbread kit a month early. And...
No, which really is a fault on your end, I think.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely 100% on me. So sorry everyone. So I do have some stuff to color, and I've got a crystal growing kit. But also, I have something else that's kind of a secret surprise behind me. I had set up for tonight's Minecraft stream, but I was too forgetful to take it down, so you can't really see it very clearly.
I can't see it at all, but you know.
Yeah, it's behind me. It's not on the overhead camera. But anyway,
Okay, well,
tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills if you want to make that camera bigger and maybe try and guess what that is.
To thank people as well.
Oh yeah, go for it.
You know, please donate to Joe, but also thank you to Snowmeath who has resubscribed. That's a Twitch baby. Vanilla Not a Cultist has resubscribed. That's 6 months. Paleo and Snowmeath, cheered biddies. Thank you very much. Kin33 resubscribed. That's a 6 month. Canna, cheered biddies. Nutty Muppet resubscribed. Arena Snow resubscribed. That's a 9 month Twitch baby. She says 4 months to be subscribed. No, it's 9 months. It's a Twitch baby. Hey, Apathy Muffin raided me. Thank you very, very much, Vold. I do appreciate you turning up. Zay Murder has resubscribed. That's 9 months, and it's close. That's the closest thing to an actual child I plan to get. Wither Vein has 9 months. Do you hear those cries? It's the screams of those who've yet to be turned, or the plaintive wails of our Twitch baby. And Cosima the Great has also been subscribed for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby. Thank you very, very much. And I'm done. And I can breathe again. I always hate being slow on donations because it's just like, they might leave.
No, yeah, that's right. And before they go, I should thank Sharf for tipping 20, who says, yay, craft stream. So let's get that advocacy there. Boom.
Okay.
That is going to get our first face camera expansion, so please direct your attention to where slot 8 would be. And so I can say, howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanded as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee.
What I'm doing today is I've got a sew your own gingerbread garland. So that's what I'm planning on doing. If I can actually get it out of the box.
Okay, well, bad news, everyone. Apparently, to make this crystal kit, you need to pour boiling water. And there is no way I'm going... Well, wait, I have an electric kettle. Did I bring that up here?
Right.
Is it... How stupid is it to fill an electric kettle with water right next to all your expensive computer stuff? It's...
Considering I knocked a drink over into my laptop, into my PC, and it's got an open top.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was quite concerned. I did that this morning. It seems to be working all right, but
no.
panic. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that like in the panic there? The cats ran off with your monitor to sell it to buy fish. How did that go?
They did sell my monitor, but that's okay. They got enough fish to last them because they're not getting fed for a month.
Yeah, it's one big score, then they're out.
Yeah, mine's on the floor. It's pretty safe there. Unfortunately, when I do these things, I have to move to where it's not safe. And I didn't realise that until that very moment. Hi, kitty.
Okay, so let me modify... Yeah, I'm going to modify the crop filter on your thing.
That's fine. Right, so I've got little hearts that I need to do with little gingerbread men, which are actually quite, like, chunky, like they're the big gingerbread men. You meant your kettle. You're too tired to be... Yeah, that's fine. Karoy has resubscribed. That's a 3-month resub with a little Cthulhu face, which I approve of. And I've got like for some reason they decided to use 2 plastic bags instead of 1.
Well, why not?
Yeah, why not like damage the universe? That's fine. And then I've got this ribbon and thread and twine stuff that I need to impale gingerbread men on. It all works.
It
is
does
what
all
we're saying.
work.
Okay, so my first job is to get a needle from my other Christmas craft kit.
Let's lock this camera. I've got too many. My problem is I only have like I use one scene basically in OBS for everything.
Yeah, I know that, Joe. We've talked about it before.
Very obvious.
It's the word I would use is awkward, but yeah, obvious too.
Yeah. Now I'm in the cup of coffee. That's kind of cool. I moved the camera.
Kind of cool.
Right.
If we have a very loose definition on what cool is.
Okay.
Now, it tells me... I'll just impale my needle on the gingerbread men. It tells me that I need to make French knots for gingerbread eyes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and do some satin stitch.
What are French knots as opposed to like...
They're basically, they're little tiny knots that you use in sewing to make like little dots. And they're really difficult to do and I hate doing them. So I've decided I'm not.
Okay. Can you just not?
I can't. No.
You can simply not.
You always choose these sweet crafts and they end up looking adorable, all while threatening murder or impalement. Yeah, I did go on Tumblr the other day and they were just like, Joe and Cleo, when they're doing crafts, are so cute. They every time another hermit raises them, they say, oh, Jem, come and look at it. We're doing crafts. Come join us. And then they start to threaten murder to each other, like, straight after. And then I'm just like, it's not murder we're threatening.
No.
It's just torture.
No.
Of the emotional kind.
Okay. So a few things. One, I'm realizing where I moved the camera, you can't see. I've been making little hearts with these magnet cubes.
Oh, so Joe's been playing where you can't...
Yeah, sorry.
You went on Tumblr, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have issues with Tumblr as the best of times. As Joe knows. I need to get some scissors. I will be right back.
Okay. So while Cleo figures that out... Okay, I thought that crystal growing kit was going to eat a lot of time. But because of the boiling water thing... Okay, so 2 problems. One, we still have this big cup of water that I need to go dump out. But I can't do that while Cleo is gone, because then there's no one to talk to y'all. So I need to wait for Cleo to get back and then dump out that water. Okay, second, let's move this back out of frame. So good news, I did talk to an actual carpenter at PlayOnCon, who I've known since 2009. I didn't realize, like, he had been a hobbyist woodworker, but he's got, like, in the last 2 years with COVID going on, he's got a full shop now. Because there's a lot of demand for woodworking, cabinetry, chairs, that sort of stuff. So I was talking to him. Hey, Cleo, you back?
Yeah.
Well, I was just talking about, I have a friend who was a hobbyist woodworker who in the last couple of years has got a full woodworking shop going. And so in the new year, I'm going to commission him to make me a custom wooden abacus instead of this plastic and metal one.
You know what? That's fair. I mean, a lot of people have been able to pursue what they... No, you stay down. Needles. No, you stay there. Yeah, lots of people have been able to finally, do what they're actually interested in for work.
It's fantastic.
It's, yeah, like not being a wage slave. Great. We like that. We love that for them.
I hope you get there someday, Cleo. No, I'm just kidding. You're great. Okay.
I don't know what I did to deserve that. But
no, nothing. Okay.
Thank you, that Kiku who gave out community gift sub. Thank you, Pushed, for the biddies. And thank you, Sesame, who has resubscribed for 6 months. Hello.
So, Cleo, hey, here's a funny, dang it. Never mind. I'm blanking on the instigating incident. My kid said something kind of interesting, but I don't remember why. And so the story has now fallen apart. We're still waking up.
My kid was interesting. I'm not
My
sure
kid
why
was
she was
interesting,
interesting.
I promise. It's not like all the other times where I just lied. No, oh boy. We were talking about some sort of oh yeah. I was talking about one of my favorite authors, Leonard Richardson, who writes kind of very grounded science fiction.
Yeah.
In terms of like the characters, even when they're alien, like they feel like they're really alien, but they also feel like they're really people. You know what I mean? Like they've got lives and troubles, and you know, it's not it's very deep on characterization, right? And I mentioned at dinner that one of the things I enjoy about his work is a lot of times the protagonists are people who are perpetually inconvenienced but trying really hard. And my daughter goes, "Do you enjoy that because it reminds you of yourself?" And I go,
It's a little on the nose for a small child. Thank you.
Yeah. And I go, I did. That is part of it. That is part of how I see myself, but I didn't expect you to realize that. And she goes, and she's just like, well, it's really obvious. And I'm like, thanks.
It's not supposed to be you're a child.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little bit astute. Like, I can't tell if that means I'm doing a good job or a bad job. Should my suffering be more invisible to this child?
I at least she appreciates your suffering.
Well, that's the thing, though, is she doesn't. I don't normally feel that as appreciated as I did right then. I was like, wow, she really gets me.
She does. And
Yeah.
one of my favorites, Zoe says, she's your child, Joe.
I know.
So, you know, she's very much your child.
Yeah. But yeah, if you are, this is a quick gift recommendation. This is not a paid ad or whatever, but yeah, actually, if you're like last minute trying to find something for somebody, like ebooks are great last minute gifts because they don't have to ship. I mean, there are physical books of Leonard Richardson's work because he is an actual author, but you can send somebody an ebook for their Apple Reader, Kindle, whatever, last minute. The two best. The two novels of his that I most recommend that are very accessible, one of them is called Constellation Games, which is, the idea is that this group of, like, it's like, kind of like the Federation from Star Trek, but not quite, but, like, this group of, like, 12 different cultures of different alien races or whatever from around the galaxy, that call themselves the Constellation, make first contact with Earth. And the story is told from the point of view of a American game reviewer who gets access to an archive of basically the last 3 millennia of these aliens as video games, and is like trying to review as many of the most important games from these alien cultures as he can in order to kind of help people understand the differences between the species and understand their cultures and how their cultures have changed and what they have in common with humans and stuff. And so a lot of it is just like really weird explorations of like what aliens might consider a game and how might that even be different from what we consider a game and stuff like that. And I mean, there's a plot as well, but like that's kind of the hook is he's a human game reviewer who is trying to help out through a rough first contact by looking for cultural bridges, type of thing.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah, and so if you love video games and you love sci-fi, that's a good book. And then another book he wrote is called Situation Normal, and that's his latest novel. And that one is kind of about how inconvenient it is for there to be a war. And it's just all these different groups trying to, like, one of them is like a carpentry colony, where basically they go from unpopulated forest planet to unpopulated forest planet, making wood into, like, furniture and like the government is trying to draft them for the war effort, and there's cargo ships and stuff that basically everybody is trying to avoid getting scooped up into this war they don't want any part of.
I feel that.
Yeah, and part of the hook for this is that the captain of one of the cargo vessels, it's kind of like you remember like the show Firefly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is that this particular captain was a wealthy, delusional person who grew up watching space operas like Firefly, except the alien equivalent. And decided that she wanted to buy her own ship and go out there and be an outlaw smuggler or whatever who treated the crew fairly. Everybody gets a fair share, and has to have a sense of honor about everything. And so she's basically like a very delusional space paladin, right? Pirate. And the thing is, her crew absolutely hates all of her decision making, but doesn't understand how they always live. And they're also, since everyone gets a fair share, they're also the best paid pirate crew out there, And,
yeah, I understand.
And so it's kind of one of those things like, but they all know that they're kind of pushing their luck. Like, there's no way that this delusional, well-meaning pirate who like lives by this code or whatever that's basically mashed together from a bunch of old TV shows, there's no way that this is going to keep working out, but like there's no good off-ramp either in the middle of this war,
Yeah, I can understand that. That seems fair, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're looking for last-minute gift ideas, Leonard Richardson's books, Situation Normal is the space opera war one, and then Constellation Games.
Believe it or not, I've not had to buy a lot of gifts this year. It comes with not working with other people.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny that. And
well, my family this year, they decided that they're going to do Secret Santa, and it's really annoying because I keep seeing gifts that are good for the people that are not the person I got.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would rather spend more money buying everyone a gift than be annoyed that I'm buying one person a suboptimal gift. Because it's like...
Yeah, I know exactly that.
Because it's like, it's pretty hit or miss. You buy 6 people gifts, it's like, okay, well, 3 or 4 of them might be real hits, maybe 2 of them are okay. Like...
Well, the thing is, me and my family, we all kind of like live all the way around the country, so I never really grew up with like my cousins or anything. So it's like we don't see them for Christmas. We barely see them at all, to be honest. Then they're nice people, most of them. And it's just one of those things that you just never worked out. So yeah, we've never exchanged gifts. It's just me and my nuclear family. So I buy 3 gifts every year. That's basically it these days. So, but when I was working, I used to buy gifts for like everybody.
Oh yeah, like all your coworkers and stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot cheaper this year.
Oh yeah. You know who works with you, Cleo?
Do you want a gift, Joe?
Maybe.
I'm spending my time with you, Joe. That's a gift.
Oh, thank you. That's why we call it the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Email Star has resubscribed, says, yeah, craft time to finish painting your room. Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And Gets Check says Christmas, and they've resubscribed. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know if you realise this, but Christmas is a holiday where, you spend time with people you care about. Or at least, ideally. Yeah, and that's why I'm here with Joe.
Yeah.
And all of you guys.
Yay. I'm gonna draw a Christmas tree, just because I'm like, I gotta start drawing something. I can't just mess with these magnets this whole stream, especially since most of the magnet happenings have been apparently off the outside the camera viewing, so that's not ideal. Also, I do have a surprise for tonight's stream that I accidentally left in frame behind me that I'm too lazy to move now because it's fragile. So as the face camera expands, y'all should be able to see what that is more clearly. but that is in frame clearly behind me.
Secret, guys. Don't tell later streamers, later stream watchers what's going on, because you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly.
The only one getting gifts is Shiri Kittens. You know what, Gold Star? That's fine.
You know, I'm surprised there's no streamer named Lee who goes by the name Allegedly. Like, what up, everybody? It's your girl Allegedly here. I can't do the voice well. Nope. That's way too high.
That's yeah.
Yeah. No, I see now why no one does that. Okay.
I mean, that voice, yeah, I see why no one does that as well. But I'm sure that there is an Allegedly. I'm sure there is a Lee in here who you've now inspired to be a streamer.
Yay.
I think Joe found his new alternate streaming persona.
Hey, Cleo, just out of curiosity, do you have an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have any particular VTuber software?
I do not.
Okay. Because there's one that's included with Creative Cloud. That's why I was asking. Because I knew you had talked about doing something like that in the long term.
Yeah, doing some VTubing stuff. I mean, you know.
So, I was actually talking... There's no way this is going to be a surprise anyway, because the chat is going to ruin it. But I was actually talking with Badly Drawn Hermits, Aviva Kitty, at PAX Unplugged, about doing... Sometimes I pay Aviva to come on my stream and do, like... art lessons where Aviva coaches me on doing art and stuff. And Aviva's taking an animation class this semester. And I was going to have her teach me how to make a basic ping tuber.
Oh.
And so I was thinking of making you one. Just as I know it wouldn't be as good as a fancy one that you would commission from a professional, but it could be one that you switch to sometimes when you're like, I'm tired. This is my tired face type of thing.
This is my tired
one. But anyway, so if you pick a particular type of software, I can make sure that whatever Aviva teaches me to make works with it.
Cam says ping tubers don't need actual software. So.
Well, in order to...
That's VTubers, really.
No, but, like, in order to... Does OBS itself know which ping to switch to when you're talking?
No, you just hit a button and it goes to... I hit the I'm angry button.
Oh, okay. So I was going to do, like, you know, it would have, like, different size mouths based on how loudly you were talking type of thing.
Ah,
or, like, if you're making an ooh sound. Because, like, so even if you're not using, like, a full 3D puppet rig... You can rig it so it goes, oh, this person's making an ooh sound, I'll do the rounded mouth, right? So if you're like, that's true, it would switch to the ooh mouth, that sort of thing.
I think I'm just more kind of a flappy mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once you hit mouth stuff, that's VTubing. Maybe, but yeah, I'm more kind of in the puppet territory rather than... The thing is, VTubing freaks me out. So I have serious Uncanny Valley vibes.
Well, that's why I was bringing on the person who does Badly Drawn Hermits, because I was gonna do it in kind of the badly drawn style. It would be very clearly not... It wouldn't look...
Oh no, I understand. It's just it's I don't know what it is about VTubing. Ping tubing I'm fine with, but VTubing just makes me go...
Okay, so you would just want to have like a bunch of different layers in OBS with different emotions that you would switch between.
Yeah, that's basically where I would end up with.
Okay.
Because yeah. But I appreciate you thinking of me. That's nice.
It's something that
you
you
can tell my first eye from my second eye on my Gingerbread Man.
So real quick though, since in order for this to be a good, like I think it's important for gifts to not mismatch what the person wants, right? Like, so, what expressions? Because it didn't even occur to me that you would want to do it this way. What were you imagining the different buttons would be? You mentioned like Angry Cleo.
Yeah, well, Angry Cleo is the one I'd use most often, Joe. Let's be honest. I mean, there is Terrified Cleo. There is Screamy Cleo.
What's the difference between terrified and screamy? Is screamy like, you go back there and you tell him you're sorry? Or...
Yeah, that's more screamy.
Like demandy.
It's more, emotive, yeah. Scared Cleo is just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, and obviously sad Cleo, and, you know, it's just a few.
Okay, so I noticed that these are all very negative emotions. Would you
I
like
mean,
to talk about that?
have you seen me stream, Joe? Are you offering to be my therapist? I think you might be too close to the situation to be that.
I've caused 90% of these problems.
Yeah, it's fine, Cleo. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then probably hysterical laughter, Cleo.
Okay.
Because these things you could just sort of like, you know, for the hysterical laughter, you can have them shaking slightly. And, you know, you can do all sorts of things with them, but, you know.
Okay, so is it okay for these to be animated? Or when you say you would be shaking slightly, were you imagining you would, like, come over here, grab the web camera, and just, like, shake it with the mouse?
No. It would be programmed to, like, you know, shake slightly.
Okay. Okay.
The thing is, I haven't put that much thought into it at the moment, you know? It's just a thing that's on my radar that I need to do.
Okay,
GIF loop. Maybe GIF loop.
okay. So if we wanted to go, like, more esoteric, like, you know, would there be a like, Cleo, being grabbed by a shadowy zombie hand and pulled down? Or
I mean, that definitely feels like something that would probably end up happening eventually.
Zombie hand Cleo. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So I'm not sure how many of these we'll have time to get to, but like, or at least during the stream with Aviva. But in the very least, what I'll do is I'll have her talk me through, you know, the approach for each of these. What are, you know, the best ways to show this, that sort of thing.
I mean, I'm actually working on doing animation stuff myself at the moment.
Well, that's why I know that this would not be your primary ping tuber thing. Like I said, this could be your.
Oh no, I know.
This is your fun one to mix it up, you know, type of thing.
I've made a little animation for one of my coming up videos. That I think I'll show. I can show you after the stream.
Oh, I'd like that very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I spent a lot of time on it, and I want somebody to go ooh. Because I've shown it to Tango, and Tango's like, "You did that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did that."
And Tango's just gonna put it in his next video and be like, "I did this."
I think he'd have real trouble completely, you know, saying I did this, and then the people are gonna go, "No, you didn't."
Yep.
It's pretty obvious that you did not.
That's a ZombieCleo.
That's definitely ZombieCleo. I'm undead, not a vegetable. Wow. It's relative these days.
So when I was a kid, our Christmas tree, we would have what you in the UK would call baubles, but which
baubles.
We just called ornaments or balls, and we would have red and blue.
See, that's worse. Do you not see how that's worse?
How is it worse?
Not calling them balls.
Yeah. How's that worse? That's what they are. They're glass balls.
Okay, Joe.
I'm drawing my childhood Christmas tree, Cleo.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a very terrible childhood Christmas tree. I don't know that it's especially patriotic.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just wants me to use running stitch, not back stitch, or not anything. I don't know how I feel about that.
No interesting stitches for you.
No, it's just sort of like, you know, plain generic stitches. That, just that.
Just do that.
Mind you, I wasn't supposed to be doing like the little faces on. Well, I was supposed to be doing faces, but using French knots, which is boring.
Oh no!
So it's not happening.
We can't have Cleo be bored during a stream.
How is that even possible? You're here.
Oh, I know.
Oh, and is this even embroidery? No, this is just.
Let's see.
Don't split. Okay.
And we'd always have like a red tree skirt.
You see, my parents, we used to have like proper tree, not real trees. We used to have plastic trees.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone sit up straight. That is your sit up straight marker.
Oh.
We used to have plastic trees, and they've since gone to be those horrible LED trees.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like, but it's easier that we don't have to put up lights or anything. And I'm like,
Well, I just
they're not very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I just spent quite a while trying to figure out how to hang up the lights on our tree this year. Because, like, I'm not very good.
That's not at you, Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody look at what I've just done.
What have you just done? Did you just stab it? Wait, what is this? I'm watching what you... Is it not supposed to be open on the inside? Or is the face only supposed to be on one side?
The face is only supposed to be on one side.
Oh, no.
Picked up 2 pieces and didn't know that I was picking up 2 pieces.
Womp womp. I guess...
It's a gingerbread wallet now.
Yeah, you could... It's a gingerbread coin purse. You could keep your casino tokens in there.
How many of these do I have?
These.
2. Okay, so I've got 3 more and this one. So I am going to only stuff the body. Mm. I'm only going to stuff the body, and this is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Do I have to, before I sew this up, do I have to put the thread in? Excuse me.
You are excused. Right. How do I hang candy canes on here? Like, cause like I feel like I should use like little dashes, with the white being the white in between. That actually kind of works. That kind of reads as a candy cane. It's very small. Hold on. That kind of reads as a candy cane. The white being green instead doesn't read great, but.
Well, no, but you can get red and green candy canes over here.
Oh yeah, that's true. They have those here too in some places.
Some weird, evil places. Flathead the gingerbread. Yes, this is Flathead. He was named for his personal troubles.
Yeah. So, if your gingerbread troubles are resolved enough now, I can go into my tree lighting story.
Oh yeah, explain your tree lighting story.
Yeah. So I realized. Okay. So at our old apartment, I think I've told you this story before, but not everybody here has heard it. The last apartment building I lived in, we visited the demo unit on the ground floor because the actual unit we were moving into was not available yet, right? It was going to be free at the end of the week. So, yeah. End of the week comes, I get the keys, I open the door, and I've carried the first load of stuff up, right?
Right.
And it was up 3.5 flights of stairs because it was like on a hill that was half a flight above the parking lot and then 3 flights of stairs. So it's a 3.5 flight walk up. And I open the door and I realize that the ceiling in the living room goes to the peaked roof. And it's like 16 feet up. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to afford to heat this place. And that's one of the reasons when I talk about playing the long dark in the cold. It's like you could only turn the heat on, like the having the heat on only did so much there. It was weird because like you would set the thermostat to something like 55, and the bedrooms did not have high ceilings, right? So the heat would just continuously stay on because the living room couldn't get to 55 where the thermostat was.
Was the thermostat? Oh my God.
And the living and the bedrooms would be sweltering, right?
I could not sleep in a hot bedroom.
I know, I can't either. And so we end up having the living room just be absolutely freezing all winter. So it's like wear a couple sweaters, put on some blankets, right? You know.
Yeah.
But it also meant that every time I bought a Christmas tree, I would, in order for it to not look comedically small,
yeah,
I would have to go get like a 10 to 12 foot tree. And So those are not cheap, and so that was a big part of my Christmas budget every year.
Yeah,
But
I would. Yeah.
but anyway, so um, oh, and last year, I didn't tell this story at the time because I didn't want to share too much information about my apartment because it might help people find where I live. For operational security purposes, you don't.
Yep.
So last year they were all out of 8 to 10 foot trees because apparently, that 2008 recession.
Oh yeah.
Well, that year the farmers couldn't get loans to plant trees. And
Right.
so the trees that would have been 8 to 10 feet should have been planted like that year and the year after, and they weren't planted. So all the
Oh.
trees last year were either way shorter than 8 foot or way
Mm-hmm.
taller than 10 foot. And so I was like, okay, it's my daughter's first real Christmas with, or it's,
Yeah.
it's like my daughter has had, the whole year without her friends because of COVID. Um,
We
and
need a big tree.
and like her mom left, and like I'm like I kind of feel like I can't go with this tiny tree because that's like, look,
no.
this is representative of how terrible it is. So I ended up going with like a huge one, like a 12-foot one last year. And I go to check out, and they're loading it on the car, and they're like, that'll be $330, and I was like, what? But they had already tied it to the roof of the car. I was thinking it was going to be, it's like usually, the 8 to 10 foot trees were about, 80 to $100. So I was thinking like, okay, this is going to be like 120, 150. No.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. Okay.
Don't have the energy for this.
I'm
Budget.
like, I don't have the energy to have them cut this off my car and then pick a 4-foot tree now. Like, because my kid was there, so imagine her being super excited about this big tree that we just got, and then having me have them cut it down, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. I don't need nice things. I can get this money from somewhere. I'll just cut down on my expenses for Christmas. That's fine. So anyway, so this year, though, our new apartment is super shoddy, super cheap. It's technically bigger in terms of, like, well, I don't think it's even bigger in terms of square footage. It just has more divisions between the rooms, so, like, I can have a studio, right? But there's not really anywhere good to put a Christmas tree, except for one place where my pinball machine is, and we're not getting rid of that. So...
Oh God, no.
No. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, we can take this beanbag chair in the living room because it's about the same footprint as the Christmas tree, and we can shove the beanbag chair in my daughter's bedroom, in the back corner, and she's ecstatic because now she has a beanbag chair, and
Yeah.
in her room, and it's just like, man, her room is way cooler than my room ever was when I was a kid. She's got bunk beds with a couch underneath, and she's got a beanbag chair, and it's like, man, that's nice. But yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, I want a beanbag chair in my bedroom. I was like, well, I can just roll it out of her bedroom when she's at school and see if she notices. But anyway, so the thing is, in order to fit a Christmas tree in this much smaller apartment with like a normal size roof, I had to get like a 6-foot tree this year. And it doesn't look disproportionately bad because it's almost touching the ceiling because the ceilings are way too low. Because why wouldn't they be? Everything in this place is nonsense. And so I get this 6-foot tree, and it looks fine. But as I'm going to put the strands of lights on there, I've got like 3 strands of lights that I would usually put on the tree.
Right.
And
it wasn't enough.
no, it was way too much. I get done with the first strand. And then I'm like, okay, well, I've got like a tiny bit more of the tree that still needs lights. So I guess I'll put the second strand on there too. But then I'm like trying to figure out, like, there's just not enough times I can wrap this tree with 2 strands of lights. Like, so it's just like, it's overlit now, and my daughter starts hanging up the ornaments when she gets home from school. And she's just like, there's not room for all the ornaments. It's like, well, okay, volumetrically, a 12-foot tree has a lot more space to hang things than a 6-foot tree. So it's just like, so we've got a bunch of extra lights and ornaments, and I'm like, we'll find somewhere to hang them around the house. I don't know.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I haven't decorated this year, which is weird because I love decorating for the holidays, but you know, I just haven't had the energy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to taking a break. I'm not gonna lie, I need a break.
Well, and normally I would get the Christmas tree like right after Thanksgiving, but since we got sick right after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
you know, we're kind of behind on everything. I actually kind of thought about like not doing a tree this year, just because I was.
And
like,
then you realise, no, I have a child.
yeah, like I really don't want to like ruin Christmas, because even here's the thing too is like, you know, she's a good enough kid. Like, she knows that things are rough, you know, after the divorce and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if I was like, is it okay if we don't have a tree? She would
like,
say yes. But that doesn't mean it's actually okay. That just means she doesn't want me to feel bad because she knows I'm already overextended. You know what I mean? And so,
I get it.
It's hard because, like, I really, yeah, like, but I was looking at it and I was like, it's like 10 days out till Christmas. Do I really want to set up a Christmas tree this late in the season? It's like, I have to. So I got that set up.
The law.
Yeah, I got that set up, and she's really happy. She liked hanging the ornaments. I don't think we're going to do candy canes on the tree this year because this apartment has a pest problem, and I don't want to attract more. But,
Joe is your role model for what a good dad is. Yeah. Joe's a pretty good dad.
Well, I want to be. I really, like,
You're
feel like...
putting in the effort, and that's pretty much the whole thing, Joe.
I don't know. I just wish I had more energy for her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I do a good job of getting the foundational stuff in that has to get done, and I get, you know, I do try to go above and beyond. Like, I was able to take her to Philadelphia with me last weekend, and we did a lot of stuff around town. We went to they have a Christmas village. That's like a traditional German Christmas village where they set up all these wooden sheds with like local made crafts and stuff. Like a Christmas market. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
My parents ever did with me.
And then I took her to the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and she was very unimpressed by the Monets. And I was like, I never had an option to be unimpressed by Monets when I was a kid. Like,
Okay, thank you, Gamer, for the biddies. It's appreciated. Jamon has resubscribed for 4 months, and Becky has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much indeed. But no, I think you're a good dad. You know, you actually do things with her, which is like 90% of the battle, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay.
You try and give her a wealth of experience.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So this is a rough mock-up of what my Christmas tree looked like when I was a kid. It doesn't have the lights on there.
I need to. It really doesn't like your stream because it will show me like 5 seconds of video and then I have to refresh.
Oh, sorry.
Because that's okay. I can't read what it says though. What's it say, Joe? What's in the box, Joe?
Oh, those were the list of the PingTuber things, but.
Okay.
Yazzie Wolf says, to be fair, as a kid, I was very unimpressed with art museums, too. Yeah, she did like seeing a lot of the, they had on the ground floor a lot of, like, colonial furniture and, like...
Seems like she's more into history than art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she liked some of the art. It's just one of those things, like... She mostly got really excited when there were paintings of dogs. Because she thinks dogs are cute. And so, which is fine. And I mean, they're good pictures of dogs, or they wouldn't be in the Philadelphia Museum of Art. But
she's young.
But, like, yeah, I'm
young.
just, like, trying to explain, like, I've never seen a Monet in real life before. I'd like to stand here for a minute and appreciate it. Right?
Oh.
And she's like, no, this room is boring. Let's keep going. I'm like, no.
Sometimes it's about what Daddy wants to do.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know there's a dog picture in the next room. We can go look at it then. It's this room time, you know? Dude.
Kids, who'd have them?
Mm-hmm.
Always loved history more than art. But living in Japan, you get to enjoy both. Well, yeah, I mean, I've lived like 30 minutes from London like most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I get it. You can get both. But yeah, I've always been more into history than art,
Mm-hmm.
which is, you know, I was more into Egypt than I was into drawing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like a really odd child when I was 12. My mum, as a present, let us go to the British Museum so I could see the mummies.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's cool.
British Museum, V&A, one of the two. So yeah,
I will say
That
I
was
was
my
a little
birthday
worried that even though the Philadelphia Museum of Art is one of the premier art museums in the United States, Badger Spanner was there with us, and I was a little worried it was going to be very unimpressive compared to like a European or a British museum. Because like, you know, y'all have had like a few
We've stolen
centuries
a lot of
extra
stuff.
to steal and hang things up.
Yeah, you've only had a couple of 100 years to do your theft.
Yeah, and so I was worried. I was like, you were gonna get in here, and it's just gonna be like, what? You've only got 4 Monets. Fortunately, that was not the case. I mean, there were 4 Monets, but fortunately, that was not the.
No, that's fairly
The
standard for
experience,
like a museum. I mean, to be fair, they generally share with other steely people.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're not allowed to, they're not going to share it with the places where it came from,
No,
because they'd keep it
they'd keep
because
it.
it's theirs.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, if you guys ask for one, yeah, you're going to give it back to us? Sure we are. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, this candy cane I'm working on here is not coming out as diagonally striped as I wanted. Probably because I started with the crook of the cane.
My computer really doesn't want to see your stream.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cleo.
That's okay.
I haven't done a lot of freehand drawing lately, and so even though these sketches are not particularly impressive, this is just me trying to get back in the swing of things. Whoa! Thank you very much to Kyle Valier for 50, who says, hi, everyone in chat. Hi, Cleo. Hope you're doing well. Mr.
That's
Joe,
lovely.
hope you're doing good as well. I am. Thank you, Kyle. Let's see. That's 1 face camera expansion, 2 face camera expansions, and halfway to a third. So if anybody else wants to get us through that third one, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Let's go ahead and expand. Numero dos. Bigger Joe is on his way. Oh, you guys might be able to see what that is in the background now. It's possible that might be visible.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
I'm so sad.
It's okay, Cleo.
I know, but I'm sad. No, the computer doesn't want you to stream, Joe.
Yep.
I
Cleo
thought
should know
everyone
her stream
streaming-
is down.
Huh?
Your
stream's
stream's
down.
down. Let me try reloading the video's unavailable. I'll refresh again. Is your OBS saying it's good?
OBS says there's nothing wrong. And I'm talking to you.
You're talking to me.
And my... Twitch has stopped working.
Don't yell in all caps. Twitch on a whole might be down. Okay, so I need to send people to my YouTube. Sorry, Goran.
I'm just going to hit end stream for me.
Okay.
And have a... Like, I did say I was having problems connecting to your stream. Twitch has gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go watch Joe on YouTube.
Yay. Well, Cleo, so now you can see my Plinko board.
I'm just gonna
So.
I've just said go watch Joe on YouTube.
Oh no, I just said what I got. Dang it.
Could you send me a link to your YouTube?
Yeah. Let's go.
So I can just paste it in.
There's the YouTube. But if anyone wasn't paying attention to what I just told Cleo I got, you can try to guess what it is.
This is where I just talk. I send a tweet out.
Thank you, Cleo. Yeah, I should probably send a tweet too, saying twitter.com.
Which appears to have gone down. I'm still with Joe on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Twitch is down at the moment, but I'm still live on YouTube. Yay, tweet. Okay. Everybody in YouTube is welcoming the Twitch people. That's nice. Thank you.
That's lovely.
Thank you for being so greetingful. 'Tis the season for the greeting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the window capture layer there. Because we don't really need it. Okay.
Because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find you. Oh, you know what? I can just paste it. Paste it into you.
You know, I should probably switch chairs too, if I can do that without hitting this and causing massive trouble. Oop.
Okay, I can now see Joe, and I can see Joe's chat. I'm just... Hi, my chat. It's good to see you. I'm sorry.
So there we go.
What can I... What is... Oh, you've got... Oh, I see what you've got behind you.
It's very exciting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
I'm just going to sit here and just do my sewing and just without chat.
Well, I mean, it is kind of easier to stream when you're not. I want to do another candy cane, and I want to do it better, but I don't know if I want to do it on the same exact page, because then it'll like be really obvious how I screwed up this one. But you know what? Maybe that's part of learning. Okay, so we're just going to do them on the same page.
It was a panic and a half on Twitch. It's just like, it happens. It's the first time it's ever happened to me, to be fair.
The first time Twitch has ever gone down entirely?
Twitch, I don't know. Well, no, for me, is what I was saying.
Like during your stream?
During my stream, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm glad it's not me, because I thought my internet had gone down, and I'm like, no, I'm speaking to Joe.
Yeah, I've had weird cases, though, where, like, the ingest goes down, but like things like Discord doesn't.
Never had that, but that's fair.
Yeah, okay. So I'm trying kind of different thicknesses of peppermint stick here. This feels like kind of legit.
Got a record with Jeff tonight.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I think he already had enough people by the time I noticed it. So
I've got a record to Jeff tonight. I was just thinking about when I can actually make up the time, because you know it's December. Not a lot of people are donating this time of the year. So
no, and I'm happy that they're spending money on gifts.
No, they should be spending money on the thing. So, but it's just a case of with Twitch, there's a way to make up time. So if I have a certain amount of hours, they still pay me a wage effectively.
Wait,
so I need to make up the hours. Yeah.
Wait, so if you underperform on subs and bits, they'll give you...
It's because of the way they've just changed pricing for a bit.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
They've changed sub pricing, so they've made it more level with international. So for example, instead of paying £5 for a sub, in the UK we pay slightly less because it's equivalent to $5. So they've basically done it so because they've recently changed that. If I underperform because of the price changes, they will make up the money.
But you have to do a certain number of hours of streaming this month to get it?
Yeah, I have to do 29 hours.
A week or a month?
A month.
Oh, that's not too
Which
bad.
is fine. Which is totally doable. But I just want to. I kind of want to have it done before Christmas.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
So I'm you know.
Well,
So
hey,
I'm thinking
yeah,
I'll make up stream time tonight.
if you want me to hop on and play anything with you, to help
Oh,
you
thank you.
hit your goal, like,
Thanks.
yeah,
They pay, if you hit 80% target hours, they pay you an average of the previous 3 months at 80% pay.
gotcha.
Yeah. So that was a godsend to me last month because people, like, ad revenue goes up, but Twitch revenue goes down. So
Interesting.
it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. I mean, my my YouTube revenue is way down the last few months, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I it's one of those things like, you know, I'll worry about it when I run out of savings. like it's not time to panic yet.
No.
Okay, so I'm just trying a few
Goes
different
back on
peppermint
Twitch.
patterns.
Okay. Well, I'll give it like an hour or so. Well, I'll give
you
it
might
like
not-
30 minutes or so.
Yeah, you might want to give it just a little bit of time to see if it's actually back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it might look back up, and then it's like immediate cascade failure of like.
Are we talking about Twitch or YouTube? For which bit, NJ?
YouTube ad revenue, I was assuming.
Oh yeah, ad revenue, yeah.
We don't really talk about Twitch ad revenue. You know, it would actually make sense for me to use like some sort of straight edge when I'm.
Hello, you're not usually here. How are you?
I was gonna say, should I use my be right back screen, or will people think I'm gonna be right back if I do that?
I've just switched my cat's food.
Oh, nice.
Because
They love changes
GLaDOS is
to their
allergic
diet.
to everything. So I've had her on stuff that wasn't making her sick, and then I decided to go purely grain free.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so much more alert, and I feel really bad because I didn't do it sooner.
It's like, oh wait, this was always an option?
Well, no, it wasn't always an option. It was a price thing because
Gotcha.
there's only so much you can afford.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, it's good that you're able to afford more. I mean, my kid's definitely eating better than, than she was 3 years ago. Like when we went to the museum, we ate at they have like a restaurant in the museum, and they have a cafe, and the cafe looked okay, but like it was all like, here are sandwiches we made 8 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're on vacation, let's go to the little restaurant. And she's like,
Oh.
can I get the shrimp? And I'm like, I guess, why not? You know what? But like, you know, but like that wasn't an option for us 3 years ago.
No,
For
you
me
had
to
to
just
go
be
to
like,
the little...
you know what? As a treat, we're somewhere fancy, we're close to the ocean. You want the shrimp, you get the shrimp. Fine, you know.
Oh, that's lovely.
So it is nice being able to provide like that.
Yeah. Well, since nobody's on screen, I've got my cat. I've got cat cuddles, so
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, I think I'm getting worse at this somehow.
I think you are actually.
Like this
Have
last.
you ever considered like drawing a line with like
Yeah,
a regular pencil?
Yeah, I thought about doing a very thin line to indicate, but I was like, no, let me imagine where the boundaries are. It's like,
Oh yeah, yeah. But to be fair, your imagination does go off on a tangent sometimes.
yeah. Okay. So, oh well. But yeah, I remember seeing like they would have like green and red stripe. And you know what? If I hold the two pencils together, they're gonna be too far apart to do it right. Unless I do something like that. And then I just always underline. This is actually working out fairly well, because this is keeping them a consistent distance apart.
Yeah.
It's maybe not as steep an angle as I might have liked, but...
I'm glad you were able to do that. My parents weren't really able to do that when we were... Not mine weren't either.
No, mine weren't either. And that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of like, it feels weird saying yes to some of this stuff, because I don't want my kid to be spoiled, but like also it's like, I feel
It's
like, you know,
if
we're
you
on
can do
vacation, you know, like,
Yeah.
if we can, yeah, like...
I mean, I got like, we weren't poverty level, but we weren't rich. So, you know, it's very, very weird for me to get out of the mindset of just choosing the cheapest thing, because now I can afford to, you know, like not have the cheapest thing, and not having the cheapest thing last so much longer.
Well, and
it's just sort of like, well, this is part of the reason why we're poor. We can't afford the expensive stuff because, you know, and then it just doesn't last. So we just have to keep shelling out for things.
Exactly. That's one of the things that helped me make that jump to spending more without feeling guilty about it, is I'm like, oh, this lasts 3 times as long. Of course it's worth it. You know, I'm not going to feel guilty about getting more use out of something that, you know.
Yeah.
And so, like, it doesn't feel wasteful. Like, and I mean, there are ways you can spend money wastefully. But, like, I'm not going out there and buying yachts. I'm just buying slightly better denim. You know what I mean?
The Sam Vine boots theory. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
From,
it. That's
Terry
it.
Pratchett, yep.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and, like, my kid has, like, nicer coats than I ever had. But, like, when I was a kid, like, I was made fun of for having these hand-me-down coats with holes in them that were, like, just falling apart, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't think that was like, oh, yeah, this builds character. It was like, nope, I just have a terrible coat and I'm annoyed. Like, so, you know, her having a nice coat, I feel like, is a good investment, and
yeah, no,
we can hand it down to her baby cousin when she outgrows it, and, you know, it'll be fine, you know.
Having a good coat makes a difference. I remember being very cold when I was young, you know, and I always had a coat, and my parents tried to get me the best, but, you know, it is what it is sometimes. Glad we have lots of Discworld fans here. I don't think you can be a fan of me and Joe without being fans of Discworld, really. And if you don't know what and if you've not really read Discworld, and you're fans of me and Joe, you probably should.
You probably should.
You probably like it.
Yeah, that's a good Christmas gift. Go ahead and pick up the first Discworld book, The Color of Magic. Either for yourself.
Don't get The Color of Magic.
Okay, fine. Which
get Guards. I would recommend starting with The Watchmen.
Okay.
Because Color of Magic is
well, it's fantasy, but like a lot of people here like fantasy.
Dense. No. I definitely think starting with something more grounded.
Okay.
So I think
Cleo says.
I think Color of Magic is one of those things that you appreciate more when you know more about the world.
Well, no, I read The Color of Magic first, but like, you know, I was also a kid who loved fantasy books, so, you know.
I mean, I've loved fantasy my entire life, so, you know, The Fifth Elephant is great. Guards are one of the standalone ones, yeah. If you want to see if you like Pratchett's writing and you're not really big into fantasy, get The Island. The Island is fantastic. It's like one of my favourite books.
What's that
Terry
one?
said start with Guards or more. Yeah.
What's that one that Pratchett wrote with Neil Gaiman? They made
Good Omens.
David Tennant.
Good Omens.
Good Omens. Yeah, that's a really fun one.
Good Omens is great.
It's about.
I suggest watching the show. The show is amazing.
I was shocked at how good the show was, because I don't usually love adaptations of things.
No, me neither. And particularly as stuff like Pratchett, you would never expect it.
It's hard to do well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Good Omens adaptation with David Tennant in it is spectacular.
Yeah, if you're not a reader, go watch that.
Yeah. And the premise of Good Omens is a demon and an angel who have been assigned positions on Earth for like the last 6,000 years. They've basically, you know, kind of gone native, where they're very attached to the world, and the apocalypse is about to begin. It's the end of the world, and they're both kind of like, well, what if we don't? And so it's about them trying to stop the end of the world.
Destroy the world.
Yeah, because all the other angels and demons are excited about the battle at the end of time, and they're like, but what if we had more time? And I like that, because, you know, sometimes it's about, you know,
and it's sort of like friendly competition with them as well. It's sort of like, oh, can we make them go evil, or are you going to turn them good? It's that sort of thing, and it's just it's nice. It's more about friendship than it is about anything else.
Yeah, it's about kind of how if you work with somebody all the time, you get attached to them.
Yeah, even if they're not very good to you, or nice, or just good for you, you kind of get attached after a while.
Okay.
Silence is deafening. sadly, the Guards TV adaptation is an abomination.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Rihanna Pratchett said openly it was nothing to do with his writing. Yeah, I looked at it and I was just sort of like, you've made Lady Sybil into a female badass. And I'm like, no. Not for me.
So, I saw that there's a new season of Dexter, but it's only available if you pay for stars. Which is not something...
Stars?
Yeah, which is some sort of, like, streaming... Like, they're supposed to compete with HBO, but the fact that you've never heard of them means that they're not doing a very good job.
Okay. I remember I'm English.
Yeah. But, yeah, apparently the new season of Dexter is good, but, like, I haven't been able to... Like...
Didn't Dexter die or get captured in the... I didn't watch
the last episode ends, spoiler alert, 10 years later or whatever, with him hiding in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
And he's just a lumberjack now. He's like just working in a logging camp in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true to his character, I guess.
Yeah.
That feels like they didn't think that one through a bit.
Yeah. So by adding extra green around the candy canes, I feel like it kind of makes the candy canes look more white. I don't know. It's not the best Christmas tree, but...
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd hang that on a fridge.
Oh, so the hand turkeys, Cleo.
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when we got to my parents' house, I snuck those onto the fridge and walked away, right? Just with magnets. And so like 8 hours later... My mom is like, who did these hand turkeys? These weren't you guys' when you were kids, I don't think. And then she's like to my brother, oh, did you have the babies make these? And he comes over, he's like, Mom, these hands are my size. There's no way the babies made these. Like, also the babies are 6 months and 2. Like, so their painting skills would, not be there. And, and so I was like, I don't know, Mom, you're always leaving the door unlocked. Are you sure it wasn't the neighbors? Maybe they snuck in or something. She was like, what?
And then she looked at you and,
Eventually my brother, who they were blaming his kids, was like, no, this has got to be Joe and Lauren. There's no...
There is literally no way.
There's no way this is my children, and I don't think that And the neighbors in the neighborhood, it's not like they have mischievous kids running around. It's like they're all like these 70, 80-year-old retirees, right? So the idea of them hobbling in there and putting something like that on the fridge is laughable at best. Withervane says, your poor mother. She got some nice decorations hung up.
She made him this way.
No.
Don't his poor mother... There's a reason why Joe is the way he is.
Yeah, clearly this is at least partially her fault.
I finished Flathead, the gingerbread man. He's got a flat head.
Oh, nice.
Which appears to be back. Let's try. Oh, I can connect to my chat. No, I can't.
So I'm seeing occasional messages in my Twitch chat, and I tried sending them over to my YouTube, but I don't know how well it's working.
Okay. I'm going to try going live. So...
I
see
feel
how
like
it goes.
There's a good way to do this where I just wedge 2 perpendicular things across.
Oh, it's not having this. No.
Oh, it's not?
It's not connecting it up. No. No, sorry. It might be working for some people. It's not working for me.
Oh.
Okay. Fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, using a ruler for this might actually be the best way, quote unquote. But actually what I need is 2 rulers that are fixed together, but I'm not that aggressively talented.
So I'm not that aggressively bothered. It's fine.
Hey, welcome, I'm Kanika. Somebody says I had to restart my Wi-Fi and then it worked again. I think that's a coincidence.
That does feel very coincidental.
Yeah. Can Twitch see my stream? YouTube is up for sure at... Let me paste that. Okay. Cameron can see it. Kanika can see it. Strabo, Wild Jelly, Bartlett Woodworks. Hey! More carpentry. Yay. Okay. So yeah, we're just messing around with some candy cane concepts here.
I don't like buttons, so my gingerbread man is not having buttons.
Oh no. Are they too modern for you, Cleo?
No, I just don't like buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a phobia.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like... I can look at them fine, but I can't touch them without washing my hands because they make me feel dirty.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Pandas and buttons.
Pandas?
Don't like pandas.
Oh, wow. Well, don't watch Malignant.
So, yeah, I don't... It's weird. I know. I can accept that it's weird. It's fine.
Yeah, because the scary child at the beginning of that movie has panda socks, and I don't want to disturb you.
I mean, to be fair, it is just pandas, not
panda socks. Panda socks would
not
be
panda
okay.
socks.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like looking at drawings of pandas particularly either.
Okay, well then I won't draw pandas to make you look at them now.
And yeah, and buttons. So I try and avoid hugging people with buttons on.
Okay.
It's weird. I'm accepting that it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, but like I'm just not accustomed to that, and so I'm absorbing this information. Like if you were like, Joe, I'm allergic to gluten, I'd be like, oh, I know a lot of people who can't have gluten, so okay, I know all the ways to accommodate that. But if you're like, I won't hug people with buttons now, like I'm thinking like, what do I have that doesn't have buttons on it in case I run into you in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland?
It's a phobia. It's like it's specific. Like trouser buttons, fine. I try and avoid those when I can as well. Mm-hmm. But shirt buttons in particular, no.
Yeah, because a lot of my shirts have buttons.
I mean, most shirts have buttons, but shirt buttons in particular.
I mean, this one doesn't. But
is a no.
But like, it's only like clothing buttons. It's not like elevator buttons.
No, just clothing buttons.
Okay.
Is Cleo neurodivergent? Sounds like I've never been diagnosed with anything except anxiety. So,
I've decided that if people ask me that, I'm gonna say I'm neurodiverting, which means brain fun.
Maybe don't.
Okay. Well, I feel like if somebody is asking you that, like, which seems like a super personal question, they don't necessarily deserve an honest or good answer.
I mean,
like if somebody asks you a deeply invasive question, like how many miscarriages have you had? I feel like you can kind of screw with them, right? Like I feel like that at that point they have broken any sort of social contract that allows them to expect a fair response.
That's reasonable.
Like I'm not super. I don't know.
No, I see where you're going, but you need to be careful with stuff like that.
No, I agree, but like
because it's not just the person that you're messing with. That's
I guess my degree of care though is dependent on how much care the other person is giving, right?
Yeah, but you're not caring. It's caring about the class of people rather than the particular person.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
But so I don't know that using wordplay is necessarily mocking.
Maybe I mean I know you don't mean it as mocking, but I think people will have an issue with it.
Okay.
So, You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You've been asked that question 4 times.
Yeah. So that's what Crystal Light X says. Yeah, and that's the thing is, yeah. Like, well, and like, there's all sorts of, like, weirdly personal questions people ask in Twitch chats where I'm just like, I don't really feel like that's what we're doing today. You know? Like...
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Let's see. So we got a few different... I've done some work on the Christmas tree here. Got some different candy canes. What are other, like, holiday things that people... Like, snowflakes you would usually do by, like, cutting paper. But I don't really want to make a big mess of paper right now.
You have to make a big... Have you ever tried the... I'm going to realise that you probably haven't. Have you ever tried the cutting lines and curly snowflakes?
Is that where you fold over the paper and cut into it, or is it...
Yeah, no, you cut specific lines into it, and then you tape things on either side.
No,
I'm going to go with
so.
no, because fair enough. We used to do those with the kids. If Ramadan fell on Christmas, because I used to work with a school that was like 96% Islamic.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do with the kids that stayed in school. We used to like do crafts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to make like Christmas snowflakes with them.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was like the one day a year where we actually got to have fun with the children.
Mm-hmm.
This is in high school, by the way. So
yeah, you don't get to have a lot of fun with the children in high school.
Nope, and you gotta do the work, which is fair. I accept that.
School's always expecting people to work. Aye.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to experiment with, like, the shapes if I wanted to do, like, more specific branches type of thing here.
That's cool. That looks pretty...
Feeling like having it, you know, like a thick line coming up and then, like, a bunch of kind of...
wispy lines coming off. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Kind of gives you that pine feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alex Katz says, on the one hand, it's not something to ask strangers out of the blue. On the other hand, we need more safe spaces to talk about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But, like, I don't know that somebody asking me a deeply personal question is trying to create that safe space. I feel like in a lot of cases they're just trying
they
to...
might just be an arse.
Yeah, sometimes they're just being a jerk. So,
which is fair. Sometimes people are just being jerks.
yeah. Okay.
Maybe just don't ask personal questions like that.
Yeah.
Unless the person is already talking about it, in which case they've already given like implicit permission to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I don't think my conversation about buttons was particularly about that.
No.
I was just informing Joe of phobias.
Yeah. Which is good to know, because I don't want Cleo to be afraid to hug me if we ever meet.
Yeah. Like, if you're wearing a t-shirt, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is, like, a lot of times when I'm traveling and whatnot, like, I actually do dress up a little bit more, because I'm traveling, and, like, I feel like I wear t-shirts around the house all the time, but, like, I have nicer clothes, and when am I gonna wear them? You know?
Which is fair.
So.
Like I say, it's situational and variable depending on how I'm feeling that day and the sort of clothes it is. So, for example, one of my friends has one of the old style military vests with buttons all over it. That freaks me the hell out. And it's just sort of like, you know, but if the buttons are covered up with a coat or something, I'm okay. So It's weird. I get it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch video is back. Chat is down.
It's always
Then
something.
what's the point? And what's the point? You can't see what I'm doing. I'll just do an extra stream tonight at some point and after recording with Jev.
Yeah, Cleo.
Since getting my new monitor, my streams have been defaulting to 360p. Not my streams, my my videos. They're all at 360, and I'm like, why is that? I don't get it.
Is it because the resolution's lower?
No, the resolution's the same. It's bigger as well, which is nice. So it shouldn't be defaulting to that. People at your school openly talk about being neurodiverse, then you're all gay and artists, they might have something to do with it. I think that the younger you are these days, the more likely you are to be open to talking about that sort of stuff, which is good, but only with people who are comfortable with it.
Yeah.
You got to know your audience.
Okay. So I've got like the top of a Christmas bauble here. I probably should have thought this through and like figured out how I was gonna do the bauble.
I think that the hook should probably be a question mark shape.
Should it? Is that
Yeah.
Is that because I'm like the Riddler or?
Well, if you're anyone, you are the Riddler. No, I was just thinking about balance, and that would fall off. That would be top heavy. It's fine. I'm just saying for the next one, maybe.
Yeah, for the next one, maybe. Okay, this is a hockey puck.
I'm just trying to be helpful for once.
Oh, thank you, Cleo. It's deeply appreciated.
I know, it's unnatural that I'm trying to be helpful. I get it.
I'm just unaccustomed to such kindness.
This is what that Tumblr post was talking about.
I actually can't see if I've made it all the way around. Nope. Oh, dang it. I did not place that well. This is not going to go as well as I had hoped.
What of Batman's rogue gallery would Cleo be if Joe is the Riddler?
Catwoman.
No.
Oh, clearly. You love jumping around.
I feel like I'm more Sandman than I am Catwoman.
You like wearing boots.
No, not Sandman. That's Spider-Man. Scarecrow. I'm more Scarecrow than I am Catwoman. I like cats. That doesn't, like, lots of people like cats. That doesn't make them Catwoman.
How do you know?
I don't think I'm very Poison Ivy.
Yeah, she's more of an
only in
eco-terrorist.
colouring. I definitely feel more like Scarecrow.
Okay. So we'll see how this actually turns out. I'm dubious at best about this.
We're all dubious, Joe, but it's fine. It looks good. You're
Thank
looking
you.
really good. But you're a woman with cats, so...
Well, that's like saying Mr. Freeze is a man with ice. Like, you know, that's... Most people have a freezer these days. Like...
Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I share traits with all women.
Yeah. Not all cat ladies.
Sorry, it's just one of those things. It's sort of like if every time people try and describe hermits as being like other things, the girls get a very short end of the shift. is just sort of like, well, they have to be the female characters. I'm like, no, they don't.
It's
They
like,
don't have to be.
no.
Just maybe have a little bit more imagination. What, the entire gender isn't exactly the same? Shocked. I know. I'm shocked. No, Twitch stopped my stream. I didn't stop my stream.
Yeah. I'm not throwing away my stream.
Run away, ma. Stream. Twitch is breaking down, yeah. Cleo's stream stopped itself. It just had enough. It's like, no, I'm done now.
Yeah, it's like, we don't need any more of this today.
Story of my life. Personality, the female one, yeah.
You could wear a bow.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of the female hermits have cats. Now. And by a lot, I mean like 40% of us. We can't all be Catwoman. Don't know much about super beings, so which one is the most sarcastic?
Yeah, obviously Cleo is Plastic Man.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, he's a stretchy DC character.
Oh. Hi! I know.
AWS is down again. Oh boy. I love it when I tell people not to switch things over to AWS, and then they switch them to AWS.
What? What's AWS?
Amazon Web Services.
Oh, okay. Why? What? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just going to smile.
That's fine.
No, Kitty. You jumped off. Therefore, you don't get to come back up. That's how that works. I gave you an option. You chose no. Stop poking me. Go sit down. Cam said, I was on the phone with Cam the other night, and he goes, that is the first time I've heard you be nice to that cat. And I'm like, that's so unfair. I'm always nice to my cats, but they can't keep their paws to themselves, especially you. It's the Amazon servers why your stream died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Stop it. Look, come here. You either come up and you get hugs, or you stay down and don't get hugs. Those are our options here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Cleo.
Twitch died. No, but Draco, what Cam is saying is they're using Amazon servers, which is why Twitch died.
Yeah.
Trying to explain. Sorry, what were you going to say? You said my name.
I was going to ask if you had, like, a top 6 fictional characters that you could be compared to.
Ooh. I don't know. Like, all the really sub and... I mean, have you watched the Wheel of Time series?
No.
Okay. Well, Nineve from there.
What was that? Nineve?
Nineve.
Lineve.
Or Nineve, as they call her in the show, which is weird. Because she's stubborn as hell.
Okay. Nineve.
Stop it! You, stop, down. Granny Weatherworks.
The Ratman from Portal, maybe?
I maybe. Nanny Og is definitely more me than Granny Weatherwax, to be fair.
Nanny Og.
Nanny Og.
Okay.
I feel weirded out that Joe is writing these down.
Well, Cleo, I'm going somewhere with this.
Oh, you're going somewhere with this?
Yeah. No, this is going to be really fun. If we go back to the Batman universe, is there a character that you think are you most like Barbara Gordon, or young Dick Grayson, or
probably Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Yeah.
Okay.
I could see myself as that kind of guy.
I like that all three of these start with an N. Like, that's just a fun coincidence. Nightwing, Nanny Og, Nineveh.
This is difficult. I mean,
okay, so if we go through some big recognizable stuff, if you were a Greek mythology character, could be anything. You could be Bacchus.
Greek mythology. I see myself more as the Minotaur than anything else.
Okay, so. Over here we say Minotaur, but I know who you meant.
Right, you're being a pedantic.
We just call them pedants here, but okay.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Disney character.
Ooh.
Probably Merida. If I had to pick a princess.
Which one is she?
She's the sarky Scottish one.
Oh,
with
from
the big
Brave.
ginger hair.
Or is it Brave? I've never actually seen it, but I've heard it said. No, I haven't.
Persephone, terrifying underworld goddess.
What about a Buffy-verse character?
Buffyverse, I'm Xander, to be honest.
Okay.
That doesn't...
Okay, so, behind me, you might be able to see we have a Plinko board with 6 slots. We are $10 away from the next face camera expansion, which will make the camera bigger and the Plinko board easier to see. So when we get our next face camera expansion, we will go in and we will determine which of these is the most true with the magic of...
That's how probability works.
That's how probability works. And there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 slots on the top, Cleo. So I'll let you pick which slot at the top we put the token in.
Okay.
So, do you want to guess whose Plinko board this used to be?
Is it someone I know?
Maybe. Do you know Robert Koo?
No.
Then never mind.
What about Megara from Hercules? Yeah, that sort of fits as well.
Do you want to cross one off the list to replace that?
Give me... probably take off Nanny Og and give Megara.
Megara. Stravo TLD says, now we see the violence inherent in the system.
That's why we love you, Stravo. Although I can't see that comment.
Oh, it's on it's on my Twitch chat.
Ah, okay.
Somebody says draw a bee. Okay. Yeah. It's not great.
See if my stream is able to pick up anything.
Wesley Shorey says, who would own a chroma green Plinko board aside from
We're
Joe?
live! We're live!
That's
my
wild.
chat, we're live! Hello!
Are you back live?
Hello. We're back!
Woo.
Take 2!
Amazing bee, thank you. Yeah, we could do all sorts of bees. We could do like a bubble bee. That's not as bubbly as it could be. Like a true bubble bee. We would kind of have more... Like, you need to have some roundness on all sides. But you need to have it feel still like a bee. There's a bubble bee.
Twitch user chat has...
Hey, welcome, Winnie T. Ford. Somebody says, draw a bumblebee. Oh, that's a lot harder. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
not really. Thank you, Cloudcat, who has resubscribed. That's a 3-month resub. Thank you. Woo! I'm very happy now. I've got my chat back.
Yay,
relatively speaking. Back, but on mobile now. Yeah. Can you do a calligraphy bee? Oh, look, here's Flathead the
Okay.
Flathead the gingerbread man. And I'm working on a heart. That's what I've been working on whilst I've been chatting with Joe. I've got to invert the heart, I think. And then stuff it.
There's the bumblebee.
I like it, Joe. I like it. I like it.
Yay.
It's good. It's good. But getting chat back makes you're here too. So not all, well, you were in the other chat I was read. So you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your window capture back up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, people can see it now.
Woohoo!
Woo. The bumblebee has no wings. Okay, we can give it wings. Doop. Doop. Flutter, 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 flutter. Oh, you couldn't see me do
Stuff it,
flutter,
and then I've got to fold it, and then do bits around the inside.
Welcome, Chef Nutmeg. You know, I do want to. I do want to practice calligraphy a little bit, although I'm not really equipped for it right now. But like,
not got any brush pens or anything.
No. Well, so the only formal calligraphy training I had was I took a semester, one credit hour calligraphy course in Japanese calligraphy in college, and it was with actual calligraphy brushes and traditional ink and stuff.
Okay.
So I've never actually formally trained in non-Japanese calligraphy. But we did learn cursive in second grade here in America, so I could do something like.
Didn't realize he was putting your screen up on his. Now he was. What did you think was happening? I'm very confused.
So there's Mary. Okay. And then I don't know if I left room to write Pippin, but
no. Yeah, there should be enough room for Pippin.
Yeah. Mary Pippin.
I mean, Pippin was quite merry. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that loop was bad on that one. Yeah. Oh well. Chef Nutmeg says you have nice handwriting. You say that, but like, look up here. Look up here. This is not.
This is not my actual handwriting.
My actual handwriting is me writing these names up here, not this.
I mean, I have two styles of handwriting. I have the cursive stuff that I used to teach to the children.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a just not joined up to anything. I just have like a little. I went through a stage when I was 14 and I was writing stories and stuff, doing them freehanded, but I used to do them with like. I can't remember what it's just called when they're not joined together. My brain has gone.
Wait, what do you mean?
When there's no joining lines or anything.
You mean printing?
Printing, that's it. I used to print. So I've got printing style and I've got like handwriting style.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, we had really. So I went to a Catholic school for elementary school. And they did. They were very big on cursive handwriting, and we probably spent an hour a day in class on handwriting. And if you misbehaved, you had to handwrite. Like I will not talk in class in cursive like 100 times. So I was probably doing about 3 hours of handwriting a day because I was terrible at not talking in class.
Tweet that back. Yeah, 3 hours of handwriting a day is excessive.
Well, 1 hour of it was class time, and then the rest was like. After school, I had to write a bunch of lines because I was always in trouble. Okay.
Why were you always in trouble?
Because I would talk in class.
Yeah, that tracks.
I wasn't very good at, like, keeping thoughts in my head. Which is shocking, I know. Once again, we are 10 away from that next face camera expansion.
And Juniper Willows, thank you for the
Plinko
biddies. you finished your final today. Happy to listen. There you go. We're all happy to listen.
Yay, good job finishing your
exams, I think. Yep.
Maybe I should do a study of the moon in Minecraft. That would be interesting. If only we had a big moon to look at somewhere. Hey, welcome, Kason Johnson. We were just doing some Christmas ornaments here. And also figuring out which fictional character Cleo is. It's one of these 6, but we don't know yet.
No. We're waiting on donations for that.
Yeah.
So people can see the board properly.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon servers are struggling internet-wide. I bet they're having problems. Because somebody is being naughty. That would be my guess.
Kind of texturing in some more pine needles back here to kind of fill in this composition a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, because lying to Joe is not fun.
Leo B tips 2, who says, "What is a Catholic school? Like a seminary? No, a seminary is where people go become priests." That puts us 8 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you, Leo B. No, like, there are schools that are run by, like, nuns.
Yeah. Yeah, we have lots and lots of different religious schools.
But where we lived when I was a kid, the public schools weren't very good. And that's one of the reasons my parents didn't have a lot of money, was what money they did have, they spent on tuition for the local private Catholic school. And it was a good education. So I appreciate them doing that. But I'm fortunate that I live in a part of the city that has good public schools, and I am glad to be able to send my kid to public school.
Yes. I've taught in Catholic schools, and I've taught in Jewish schools. And personally, I would prefer my kids be taught, my fictional kids that I'm never going to have, I prefer them to be taught in public school setting.
Well, you never know, Cleo. You might end up marrying somebody who has kids.
Unlikely. Because I don't want kids, so marrying someone with kids would be...
Well, but they're not your kids, really.
Doesn't matter. They'd be in my house.
Okay.
I like children, but I like the fact that I can give them back.
Mm-hmm. Nicole Monroe, tips 5, who says, "I appreciate you talking to the class. Helps the workday go faster." Thank you. That puts us 2 away from the next face camera expansion and the Plinko nonsense.
It's what the stream's called now. It's the Plinko nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm out of frame.
It's okay, Cleo.
What if they're grown already, like adults? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, adults are no longer children. That's how that works.
Is it?
And if they are, then, you know, dear God.
Then Cleo's definitely not going to date them.
Yeah. I can't think of anything less attractive than people not being able to take care of themselves.
I feel like these pine needles are coming out pretty well on the whole here.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Once inserted, use a concealed whip stitch to close up the opening. There is no way you can conceal that whip stitch. I'm sorry.
I don't know, Cleo. You might be...
They're a little chain, NJ. They're going to be like... It goes, Gingerbread Man, heart. Gingerbread Man, heart. See? That's how that works. Sorry, Joe,
Hey,
what were you going to say?
uh, we just got a $10 tip from Naomi who says, I vote for Galadriel from Deadly Education. I don't know what the context of that was, but thank you for the 10. That is going to put us $8 past our next face camera expansion milestone. 12 away from the next one. So here we go. It's time to expand Joe, and by extension, the Plinko board. Do 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 do. Okay, Cleo. So
Yeah.
the fun
Who am
thing
I, Joe?
about this Plinko board, one of the reasons, this was up for bid in the Penny Arcade Child's Play charity auction.
Mm-hmm.
And so this Plinko board was actually like in the office at Penny Arcade for years. And I know this because they included the original packing slip from the company that sent it to Robert Koo in 2015. So it's chroma green, which is perfect. And they also sent these fake casino tokens that you can use. So Cleo, the question we had for Cleo was, what 6 fictional characters is she most likely to actually be? And number 1 was Ninave from Wheel of Time. Number 2 was Megara from Hercules. 3 is Nightwing from Batman. 4 is the Minotaur from The Labyrinth. 5 is Merida from Brave. And 6 was Xander from Buffy, the Slayer of the Vampires. So, okay, we can go ahead and get our festive Christmas thing here. You know what I should have done is I should have done this in such a way that I could have the list next to that. Boom. Look at that. We're learning how to do this. Okay?
As we go.
As we go. Like you do. Okay,
like you do.
So we've got the 6 things up there. We've got our holiday background for the Plinko board. Okay. So, Cleo, which of the 6 slots do you want... Oh, wait. I need to get this cable out from underneath this light, or it will break everything when I stand up. Oh, that's not helpful. That's worse.
Put it in number 3 for me, Joe.
Number 3. Okay. So here we go. Slot number 3 on the Plinko. Oh, it's going left. It's going right. It ended up at number 3 on the bottom, too. And I can show y'all that is not guaranteed that it's going to go directly below where it goes. See, it goes all the way to 1 there. So who was lucky number 3? That is Nightwing from the Batman series.
Okay.
So now
I
we
can
know
deal with that.
Cleo's secret identity is Nightwing. I think that's how secret identities work. People aren't...
Yeah,
Because, like, Clark Kent's secret identity was Superman, right? Yeah, that kind of works.
Yeah, that seems legit.
I don't know. Blaze the Cold Banana Bread wanted Cleo to be the Minotaur. Well, sorry. That's just how these things go. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just are what you are.
Yep.
I am Nightwing. Fact.
Fact. So now you got to use Nightwing's famous catchphrase. I am the Nightwing.
Yes, that famous catchphrase.
That's what he says. Hey, welcome, Doug. Glad you enjoyed the Plinko board. Okay.
I mean, Nightwing dies, so that seems accurate.
Yeah. Do. Well, Kindle says Clark Kent was Superman's secret identity. But, like, if you know Clark Kent, like, Clark Kent's not a secret person. He goes to work. Like, if you know who Clark Kent is... Oh, I actually misread that tip. Somebody named John donated 10, who said, I vote for Galadriel from the Deadly Education by Naomi Novak. Naomi Novak is the author of Deadly Education. So thank you, John. Sorry about that.
There we go. I don't know what that is.
Inaria tips 2, who
Hey,
says, for the board, the cam, and the nice guy. Thank you. That puts us 10 away now from the next face camera expansion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I don't think my tip stuff is working.
Somebody says, "What about Darkwing Duck?" I think Cleo is definitely more Nightwing than Darkwing. Although I think I'm definitely more Darkwing than Nightwing.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to go with that.
I mean, if we were gonna go with a what DuckTales character are you? Uh, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would probably say probably no one.
Let's see.
Thanks, Anna.
What does Anna say? Is Anna like, no,
Oh
Cleo's
no,
clearly Launchpad McQuack.
she's doing that thing she does when she's giving us a multi-stream link.
Oh.
She just puts us as famous duos. So we are now Nightwing and Darkwing.
Nice.
Yeah, she is sometimes. Most times.
Yeah.
Cleo could have been Turbo. Think that's a bit rude.
What's Turbo from? Is that just a short way that fans say Tom Servo?
Yes, yes.
Crow.
Or I see myself more as a crow than a Tom Servo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're definitely more Crow.
You're more Tom Servo than I am.
Thanks, Cleo.
I know.
In the not so distant future, somewhere
in time and space.
La la la. It's been pointed out that TV's Frank wears a chroma green suit jacket in that, and that it means I should get a chroma green suit jacket. Which maybe you're not wrong. Flame
you're not
Costello,
wrong, but you're not necessarily right.
Thank you. That puts us 5 away from the next expansion. Did I miss Nicole's tip? I don't think so, but let me scroll back up and see if I did. Nope, I definitely thanked Nicole. Yep, Nicole Monroe. I remember saying that. So anyway, that puts us 5 away from the next face camera expansion.
UTV has resubscribed. That's a 9-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Oh, people are lovely. I mean, other people, not me. It's just how we roll here. They've never been intended as insults. I don't take them as insults, Anna. You're fine.
That's fine.
But they're just.
I take them as insults, but I'm used to being insulted all the time, so like, you know.
Yeah, because he's my friend.
Yeah, so it's fine. Yay. Pine needles. These kind of look more like ferns at this point. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing.
I mean, to be fair, it's mostly Plinko board at this point. So.
Is it mostly Plinko board at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's covering the Plinko board, and that's okay. You know you're true friends when you insult each other. No. You can be true friends without insulting each other. I don't know how me and Joe would manage that, but it's definitely a possible thing.
So NASCAR Coaster Cody says, Joe, what Avenger are you? I don't think I have very much in common with any of those people. Like, I don't know.
No. I don't think Joe's particularly Avengery.
No. Well, I mean, yeah.
Although Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, I guess Ant-Man is a good one because he's like a single dad. But like, how much of... I don't know that I want single dad to be my identity, but I haven't been able to do anything to avoid that, so like maybe I don't have a lot of say in it.
I was more thinking about the sarcasm, but yeah, single dad.
Well, like that's why one of the reasons I liked the movie was because of his relationship with his daughter.
Yeah, but that wasn't why I was choosing it.
Gotcha. Hello. Let me mute.
Okay. The thing is with stuffing, once you've got stuffing in, it's very difficult to get it out of your stitches. Yeah.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Kindle says, Joe, you would be Hawkeye because you're a good dad. I mean, Hawkeye managed to lose all of his kids in the middle of the day in an open field. Like, I don't know that he's the most attentive parent.
And then he murdered everyone.
Well, I haven't gotten that far, but I did see the part where he managed to lose his entire family in a field in the middle of the day, which makes no sense because it was also daytime in Africa and in upstate New York. I don't know what time of day it was supposed to be, but but yeah, I have never seen any evidence that Hawkeye is a great dad like y'all are claiming.
No.
I feel like Ant-Man has more of a relationship with his kids on screen anyway.
Yeah, I definitely think that you're more Ant-Man than you are Hawkeye. I like the character Hawkeye. I don't like movie Hawkeye, particularly.
Is there a movie Hawkeye? I thought there was a show.
There is a show. There is a show, Hawkeye.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
But he was in the Avengers. The movie Hawkeye. I'm talking about versus comic book Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The character as shown in the films.
Yeah.
Gosh, I understand better now. Thank you, Cleo, for the clarification.
Welcome, it's what I'm here, Joe, for your clarification.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Joe's aptitude with fighting is about the same as Ant-Man's before he became Ant-Man. Yeah, so what you need, Joe, now is a super suit.
Yeah, a super suit. Yes, those are super easy to get.
I mean, Ant-Man found one.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was lured to one, though. Like, didn't that other guy target him?
I don't know.
I forget the guy's name. Douglas something. Michael Douglas, his character.
Probably. I don't know. The trouble with Marvel, it's they're kind of hard to relate to sometimes.
Well, because, like, I don't know.
I mean, I have more problems with DC than I do with Marvel, but, you know, I'm just probably never going to be a superhero.
Except for Nightwing, because that's now canon.
Arguably, I'm Nightwing.
Because arguably, the Plinko board says you're
Nightwing. To be fair, Nightwing isn't a superhero. He's just a hero.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, that's like people say, oh, Batman's a superhero. No, he's just a dude with a lot of money. You know?
Yeah.
There's no, arguably anyone could be Batman with enough money.
You know, I'd really like to see a Bruce Wayne-esque philanthropist, billionaire superhero. But instead of them being based off somebody who inherited a big company, they're based on somebody who started from scratch, like Dolly Parton. I want to see the Dolly Parton, like,
superhero.
Yeah, so she's like a traveling guitarist, singer, songwriter, but she's also like building children's hospitals and creating theme parks in poor parts of the country, and also fighting crime. Yeah, Dolly Parton's superhero is just what I want to see.
I think we all want to see that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Because I was thinking a lot the other day about how, like, Dolly Parton, like, she makes more money than she needs, and she reinvests it directly and immediately in visible ways. Like, clearly helpful, visible ways in the local community. And, like, it hasn't solved poverty in Eastern Tennessee by any means, but it sure has made a dent. It's helped. Like, she's legitimately somebody who is impactful, both during and like when there's a crisis. You know, she's always got people and money involved in like when there was this huge forest fire out there. you know, she was directly involved in, hey, here's a bunch of money for anybody who needs it. Also, I'm going to make sure to politically pressure the city government to make sure that the government funds aren't mishandled. You know?
Smart.
It's like, thank you. Thank you, Dolly Parton.
Thank you, Dolly Parton.
Nobody can afford politically to piss off Dolly Parton. Like, it's not done.
It's just not done.
No. Lola says Dolly Parton's already a hero in my heart. Exactly, and maybe that's what matters.
How'd you fit Dolly Parton in your heart?
Wait, somebody says... Hold on. Tidal Wave Comics. Female Force Dolly Parton comic book first look. What is this? Apparently there is a comic book about Dolly Parton, but it's like just looks like it's biography. It's not her as a superhero.
I mean, arguably she already is.
Yeah.
So no. She's just a hero. We've established that. She's not super. She's just
a hero. You know what? That's
just a
okay.
hero.
It's okay.
Sometimes when your superpower is shopping, that's all you need. Batman proved that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to learn more about Dolly Parton because she sounds great. She is great. She's not, you know, a music singer that I particularly like, but as a person, she's good.
I literally, the last album that I purchased, Cleo, is A Holly Dolly Christmas. And I bought it yesterday. And was
I'm not judging,
was
Joe.
playing that in the CD player of my car, which doesn't get a lot of use. But playing it in the CD player of my car while we went to go pick out the Christmas tree.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
You're allowed. Just because I don't like someone doesn't mean you don't have to like someone.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, welcome, Who's the Muse. All is well. We are just we've got art stream. Also, I've got a Plinko board now that's chroma green that I won in the Child's Play auction. So yeah, so we can.
Beautiful voice. Cleo was in fact judging. I'm not. Joe's allowed to listen to whatever music he likes. I'm not one of those people that says just because I think the music you like is bad means you have to stop, because that would make me a massive tool.
Oh no.
And I don't think I'm a massive tool. I think I'm a little tool.
Yeah, like those little tweezers that come in a pocket knife.
Yeah, that's more me.
That's Cleo. Tweezer Cleo. If there's a splinter in your eye, she'll take it out.
Don't get splinters in your eye.
Yeah.
It's bad news, bears.
Mm-hmm. I have one coming up here, I think. I was trying to get the general shape of the tree in, but now I'm realizing I need to have there should be some that are orthogonal to the primary sweep of the boughs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't feel terrible. For I haven't drawn for real in years. It's this is a very simple, silly thing, but it's just
it's like me drawing last week. I haven't drawn for a while, so
Yeah.
You just do what you feel like.
I'm just trying to loosen up a little bit.
Planks and beams in your eye are also bad. I mean, for them you don't need the little tweezers. You need pliers for them.
Yes.
Praise her for that class. I mean, what?
Class A. It's top tier, not classy.
Oh, okay. Very confused. Your muse has left you for dinner, Socks. Well, there's not a lot we can do. I'm sorry. We're not musy people. We're just, Generic YouTubers.
Okay. So yeah, I feel like I could keep adding more needles and stuff to this, but on the whole, like, for what I set out to accomplish here, this is good enough.
You've done well.
Yeah.
I was going to say you've done good, but I then said no, well.
Well.
And then my brain went, gwell, as a word. You've done well.
Oh, boy, where are my... I almost want to go through... I'm realizing I haven't pulled out any of my drawing books since I moved here. And when we moved here, since we couldn't rent a truck and have my friends help because of COVID, basically I just drove back and forth between the two apartments filling my little car. Like,
oh, no.
And so stuff didn't really get properly packed or properly unpacked. I just piled stuff up near the front door of one place and put it as deep into the next place as I could. And so... like, I still haven't organized or pulled everything out, figured out. So it's like all the books are on shelves, but, like, they're not in any order or organization, other than, like, the stacks that they were in when I started were generally organized. But, like, what shelf they ended up on was just like, I just need to get these off the floor, right? And I was like, I'll organize this later. I didn't.
And then you said no.
Yeah.
See, I haven't moved for like the last 15 years, and I am dreading it.
Yeah. Well, that's why the next place you buy needs to be that home in Scotland. That'll be perfect forever.
That's the plan. I've spoken to an accountant.
Oh,
well,
nice.
I've asked to speak to an accountant. So, you know.
So you got the process started.
Yeah. So it might be a year or so yet, but, you know, this house isn't going anywhere. So yeah. It's fine.
Okay. Here is... as I say, before I put my notebook in front of here, let's make sure that I'm not, like, putting in something, it's like, oh, here's a bunch of addresses from my Christmas list. Like... okay. Okay, so, like, for example, here's my badly drawn Hermit-style B-dubs. And he's got, like, big circular eyes. Like, so if I wanted to do... I'm trying to find my badly drawn Hermits session Cleo. Here's my Impulse. Wearing his happy pink and yellow shirt.
Happy pink and yellow? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not what I expected, but sure.
No, because it was from, like, during the base swap when Stress had taken over his base and turned everything pink.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, here's me as the Beetlejuice. Which is very simple, but silly. Okay. Oh, wow, the Cleo drawing did not come out well. You look very tired in this.
I mean, yeah, that fits. That fits.
Okay, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, if we're gonna draw Cleo, we need to figure out which one we do first. Angry, terrified, screamy, sad, it's fine, or hysterical laughter. And when we get the next face camera expansion milestone, which we are $5 away from, we'll go ahead and pull that up on the Plinko board. Ooh, and coffee. Thank you. Yeah, when I was muting before, that was because Badger Spanner wanted me to hand her the French press, which I had brought in here. So now I got fresh coffee.
Didn't realize Badger was still there.
Oh, yeah. She's visiting for 3 months total.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
It's super expensive to cross the Atlantic, and...
it is a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Okay. Let's see. So we've got... yeah. This is just such a terrible drawing the rough concepts are all there, like the hair being everywhere, the scars, the tattered clothing, the flower
I
crown.
don't have scar. Right, like so here's the thing that I mentioned on Twitter the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, where's the canonical placement of all the scars and stitches? And I'm like, there are none, because I never thought that I would have scars or stitches canonically on my character, because that's the difference between zombie and Frankenstein. So, you know, it's just one of those things that the artist community has just like decided is a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fine. So, you know, it's just really cool. I like it.
Yeah, because I remember seeing you having like Frankenstein scars in art from years back. That's always been.
Oh yeah, it's always been a thing, and I don't know why it became. Oh, I'm assuming it's because, like, obviously she's got scars because she has to reattach her limbs and stuff, and I'm like, well, zombie limbs don't fall off.
No.
And they resist rotting for like quite a while if you look at things like The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, which how could you not? It's a classic.
Oh yeah, and it's on its like 80 millionth season.
Yeah.
I think.
I wonder if I could make a Christmas tree out of these magnet things. Well, yeah, I'm really disappointed that I can't find my Scott McCloud books, because he has these great cartooning illustrations of like different emotions, and like it's the sort of thing that like I can do if I think through it. But I was kind of thinking, oh, it'd be funny to copy his exactly and then apply them to Cleo.
Yeah. Thank you QTV who has resubscribed. I think I may have already said that. And thank you 12XX who has resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you. Woo.
Woo.
Very much appreciated.
Oops. This Christmas tree is not going well.
I mean, it's going all right.
I could put a star on top. And then... Well, no, I mean the magnet one. The magnet one's going poorly.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I'm watching.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You personally prefer the Resident Evil style zombies? The thing is, with Resident Evil style zombies, that's still a lot of variation.
It's hard to get these all aligned properly so they lay flat is another thing that's...
I mean, obviously they're reacting with poles and stuff.
Yeah, because they're magnets. But like...
That's how magnets work, yes, shockingly.
I know.
Aware.
But
that was kind of my point.
It makes it very hard to just say, oh, I'm going to put this one here. Because it's like, if you don't layer them sequentially with the poles set up from the beginning properly, you're gonna have a bad time.
Gonna have a bad time.
Okay, well, I am out of green ones now, so I'm gonna start.
Where have all the monopolies gone? Oh, I think you can find probably monopolies, you know, in most toy shops still.
Well, I was gonna say, or most, you know, fortunes of parts of tech.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, monopole magnets.
So yeah, I gotta figure out something for my kid for Christmas, cause like, you know, one thing I try to do is kind of have like a flagship like big gift. And then, like, a few little things, right?
Right.
And so I thought that she was going to get... I thought she wanted a... she's got, like, a little, like, $30 cheap CD player in her room. Because she's not, like, really old enough to have her own, like, accounts on services and, you know, MP3s and stuff. And so I got her a CD player last year that was okay. Or no, I guess it was 2 years ago. But it started, like, making clicking noises and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I should probably replace that as, like, her Christmas gift. I'll get her, like, a nicer, you know, bookshelf speaker setup type thing. But she's decided that, like, the one she has is already perfect. And that's fine. She's like, no, it doesn't click as much anymore. It's fine. And I'm like, okay. well, then now I'm like, okay, well, what am I gonna get her for like a big, nice Christmas gift? And she's like, well, there's a new WarioWare game that you could get me. And I'm like, are you sure it's not the one that I already got you over the summer, or like like a few months ago when it first came out? And she's like, no, it's a new one. I'm like, I feel like they don't put out Wario games like within 12 months of each other. And so I go check, and it's the one I already got her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, but like most of what she wanted were just a bunch of fidget toys that are like $5 each. And
overlays are down at the moment, guys.
Say again.
I'm just saying overlays are down to my chat.
Gotcha. So I got her those. So she got everything on her list, but her list was like several $5 to $7 items. And so I'm actually kind of under budget way more than I expected. So I'm trying to figure out, since I didn't get her like a nice stereo or something, or a Nintendo game, what would be a good pick. But unfortunately, almost everything that I could think of, somebody else in my family is already getting her, like Pokemon Pearl or whatever. So Cleo, if you have any ideas for what an 8-year-old might enjoy.
I've never been a parent, ever.
Yeah, but you have like nieces and nephews, don't you?
I have one 24-year-old nephew.
Okay, so that's like practically the same thing as an 8-year-old girl.
Okay, someone's knocking. Be right back.
Okay. Ice cream maker is an interesting choice. Ice cream maker is a very interesting choice. NJ says, is there anything she specifically asked for? No. That's part of the problem, is like, this year she didn't ask for very much. What about a beanbag chair for her to keep in her room when the tree is gone? I might just let her keep that one in her room, though. So, I don't want to buy another one. Good books are always a strong recommendation, but like I don't think she's gonna open that up on Christmas morning and be like, wow.
I'm back. That's ordering a cable, apparently.
Nice.
Right.
Somebody says a new case for her Switch. Her current Switch case is actually in pretty good shape, and she loves it because I got her a custom one. Because I knew she wouldn't use it if she didn't love it, and I didn't want the Switch to get broken when we go on car rides and stuff. So
she's got a bike, hasn't she?
No. Well, the problem is I don't have a bike, and so I wouldn't be able to keep up with her. And like she's not.
Oh, this is where you get her involved in your fitness journey.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Cadman, thank you for the 5. Who says there's a rhythm game by the same company that does WarioWare that might be fun for her if she enjoys WarioWare. Rhythm Heaven. Okay, I am writing that down real quick. Hold on. Okay, so somebody suggested Ice Cream Maker. That's actually
I can see her enjoying that. And that's a nice, fun activity you can all do together.
Rhythm Heaven. It's a good one. New Joy-Cons. We actually just got new Joy-Cons last year. Aviva says, I almost never ask for presents nowadays, so last year my parents got me a bunch of cicada-themed stuff for my birthday. Since there were cicadas at that time. I'm glad that your parents like topical or timely gifts. But anyway, we're at our next Face Gamer expansion milestone, so here we go. It's time to expand Joe and also Plinko. Do. Okay, so we're going to figure out which of the top 6 Cleo emotions we're going to draw. Number 1 is angry Cleo, 2 is terrified, 3 is screaming, demanding, 4 is sad, 5 is it's fine, 6 is hysterical laughter. And, Cleo, do you have a slot in the Plinko board you want to pick?
Let's go for 6.
Okay, here we go. Putting it in slot number 6. It is going left, it's going right. Boom! All the way across the board to slot 1. We are drawing Angry Cleo. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
As a teacher, what teacher gifts did you like and which would you prefer not to get? I have to buy for 7 teachers and I don't want to hand make a mug for it not to be wanted. Okay, so here's the thing about teacher gifts. Everyone gets you chocolate. Absolutely everyone gets you chocolate. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the things that I liked were like the handmade, special gifts that have your child's name on them, because it's a case of, I remember that Emily after about 3 years, because we go through a lot of children. I'm not gonna lie. It's usually just cute things. Like a handmade mug would be lovely, but it's a case of just pick something nice and cute and stuff, and maybe like put like face masks and just all that other stuff in there that's just like little things, just sort of like, you have a hard life. Have some like a face mask or some hand scrub or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need massive gifts, and we don't need 7 boxes of chocolate, which is what I got one year. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so some other suggestions just came in. Does she have her own TV? I think she's too young to have a TV in her room, in my opinion. Somebody suggested a young adult novel written by a disabled woman about a disabled 11-year-old called The Amazing Edie Eckhart by Rosie Jones. I wrote that down. I'll check into that. Jules says art materials are always a hit. Art materials would always be a hit if I didn't already spend so much money on art supplies. Like, because since I started doing these art streams, we're going to the art shop regularly. Like, she's not behind on anything there. And so that would be, and that's one of those things too. It's kind of weird, but like, this is one of the ways my life is different than my parents' life. Like, with stuff like that, I'll just go get it all the time. It doesn't have to be a special occasion. If she, same thing kind of with books, and like a lot of times, like I'll just go, hey, I'm going to the bookstore because I want to get a book. I'll get you a book if you behave. And my parents couldn't necessarily afford to do that. We spent a lot of time at the library when I was a kid because we lived in walking distance of the library. Whereas in Nashville, unfortunately, just driving, the traffic and parking situations at a lot of our libraries are really bad. And so since COVID started, like I've just been like the combination of being in a building with people and the stress of driving over there and parking. I'm just like, So yeah, we haven't been doing libraries as much. That is one of the few complaints I have about living in this city. So the thing is, Vanderbilt University has a really good library of children's books because they have a teaching school, and so they have like a huge selection of kids' books. And as an alumni, I can go in there anytime I want, except during COVID. And so that would be where I would normally want to go, but I can't.
So here's a thought. Have you considered craft kits for children?
We have a backlog of those is the problem. Like we don't have enough time to get through those. And part of that is a lot of those craft kits I found are really
adult.
They're better for doing together. And like so the last time she had a birthday party, we invited like 12 kids to an art place where all the kids basically painted for an hour and then had cake, right? And so since we invited everybody to an art place, everybody got her a craft or art themed gift because it was an art themed party, right? And so we've got a stack of, and we do them, but like we got 10 art kits and we've gone through a few of them, but we have too many left for me to feel like that's a really sound investment.
I mean, I'm of the thing where you give children intros to hobbies that they might like. That's always my...
No, that makes a lot of sense. And that's one of the things, like, she's really starting to get into pinball now that we have a pinball machine, like, in our home. And so I'm really enjoying that. How to draw books. She has a few of those, and she does them aggressively. But yeah, I was really disappointed I couldn't find any good board games for her at PAX Unplugged, because I wasn't able to get onto the convention floor until Sunday at like 4:00, and so the stuff that I wanted to get for her was already sold out. And then there was some other stuff where I was like kind of on the fence about it, and they're like, if you have 40 minutes, we could do a play test together. And I'm like, I don't have 40 minutes. I gotta get you played. So,
yeah, it's always the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice, cute shoes. Well, that's the other thing is, since COVID hit and I've been worried about supply chain issues, every time I go buy her shoes or anything, I buy her the size she needs and then one size up, sometimes two sizes up, just so I can be like, okay, you like this style? We're gonna buy it this size, and then the next size, and then the next size. Because
a musical instrument and lessons. We've got a suggestion here.
that's another one that I kind of put off because of COVID, like lessons and stuff, because like, you know, she couldn't get vaccinated. Hey, John, rolling in, tipping 5. Thank you. Who says, have you heard of the Touring Tumble, a marble game?
Relaunch Mix It Up.
That's interesting. I had not heard of that. That puts us 15 away from the next Face Gamer expansion. Sorry, what were you saying, Cleo?
Oh no, I'm just being told to relaunch stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna write down this Touring Tumble thing. But yeah, I wanted to get her. I talked about getting like a circuitry kit, and she was like, no, we had those at school, and I didn't really like them. So I kind of want to give her some time. I found like with stuff like that, where if she has a bad experience with something, rather than trying to force it right away, if I just let her cool down on it for 6 months to a year, and then I'm like, hey, I know you had this in like 3rd grade, but that was the baby version. Let me show you the real one. And she's like, oh, of course the baby version sucked. Oh, cool, I get it now. But like if you try and do it right away and force it,
there we go.
You know, she was like, no, we did this at school last month and I hated it. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean that you'll never like it, but it means it's a bad time for me to try and I don't want to cement that dislike, you know?
I mean, there is STEM kits available.
And we've got some of those too.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, we do have perler beads, we have water beads, we have every kind of bead and art supply, like... Because that was the other thing is, like, when COVID first hit...
Lego.
Anytime we went out to a place, like, a store that had stuff like that, I would just stock up on it, because I was like, if they shut down everything for 4 months... Because, like, we didn't know early on, like, what it was going to be like.
KiwiCo kits. I don't know what KiwiCo is.
KiwiCo does, like, arts and crafts sciencey kits.
Okay.
Yeah. Candy making kit. I really think the ice cream making kit might be
ice cream would probably be
I think she would love that because we got I got a blender because that was one of those things like in the divorce I lost the blender and I only finally got a new blender like a month ago.
I love that that's the story that keeps on coming up, Joe. What? I didn't get custody of the blender.
Yeah. I mean I got the kid though, so I mean
that's the more important thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I gave away a lot of stuff.
The blender is an issue that keeps on coming up.
Yeah. So I really feel like we could blend fruit and then use the ice cream maker to make sorbet. I think she would really like that.
Yeah. Who's the planning for? We're planning for Joe's kid.
Okay. So we want to make. And also what I'm supposed to be drawing is I'm supposed to be drawing angry Cleo faces. And so let's start by just thinking about what's the difference between an angry face and a normal or neutral face. Like, here's kind of a neutral face. Right? And you can express a neutral face in all sorts of different ways. You can have somebody kind of just being like...
That's not neutral. To me, that's just...
That's kind of like...
unhappy. That's unhappy.
That's kind of vaguely unhappy. that is neutral. It turns out in America. It's like...
I mean, neutral has a small smile because it's content, isn't it, really?
Oh, okay. I don't think... I would consider content being better than neutral.
I mean...
See, maybe this is a societal expectation thing.
Joe.
Yeah. This is my resting content face.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting something, getting the ice cream kit would probably be good. Yeah. So like one of the problems is like my family is getting her a lot of like outdoorsy stuff. Because they were asking for suggestions, and so I was like, okay, go nuts with the outdoorsy stuff. And so now, that kind of has blocked that off for me.
Yeah.
Bleh. Kaysen says, get her a genuine ice cream maker. Kid ones tend not to be great. Yeah, that's true. Tilde Sophie says a sewing machine. Honestly, a sewing machine is another one of those ones where, like, I would want to get a real one, like an adult actual one. And that's the sort of thing I've been meaning to learn at some point, so I could do, like, custom backdrops for things and decorations for streams and stuff. And so that would be a good thing for us to have, but, like, I don't have the time to invest in learning it at the beginning of this next year, and so I guess I'm kind of worried with something like that. If it's just gathering dust for 2 years while I get the rest of my life in order, maybe I should wait.
Yay, hydrate stickers. I'm glad. Queen.
A rock tumbler, that'd be an interesting one. We don't really...
Great on bootleg water bottles. Yeah, I see you there, JT. I see you.
The hydrate stickers, nice.
The hydrate stickers, yeah, they're using them to make bootleg water bottles.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think too. Like, my daughter already has, like, all the camping gear she needs. I just bought her to buy a new winter coat with her haunted house money from the
Her haunted house money. Explain
yeah, remember
this.
she wanted me to get that cookie house kit.
Yeah. Oh, and you.
Yeah, so I took her and I bought her 2 nice winter layers with that money. Yeah.
She was not wrong. It did pay off.
Yeah, no, it paid off. Yeah. And it's one of those things too. Like she's at the size now where, like, she's as big as, like, one of her aunts. And so I'm just like, yeah, this is a nice sweater and a nice coat. And hopefully you won't grow out of them. Like, the sleeves are a little long on her, so hopefully you'll wear them for a few years. But even if you grow out of them next year, I'm not going to be that mad, because we can give them to your aunt, and she'll be like, wow, these are actually really nice. So. She's
someone,
so
you wore
tall.
your hydrate shirt during PAX, and someone came up to me and said, neat, because they got the reference. Yes!
Nice. Microscope, says Jay Dupree. Maybe, I don't know.
Microscopes are cool, but they are very, very difficult to... If you've got, like, a good one, they're very, very difficult to do. But if you don't have a good one, then...
It's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of those things...
Telescope, on the other hand.
Yeah, a telescope would be cool, but that feels like one where, like, I would want to spend a lot of money. Like, I would want to get a really good one. It would be more for both of us than just for her. Because I saw, like, at the toy store, they had, like, kids' telescope for $120. And it looked like a pretty decent one. But part of me is like, what does $300 get you on a telescope? Like, how much better would it be if I, like, went and got, like, not a professional, like, hey, I work for NASA, here's my Peruvian outpost telescope that I need a building to house, but, like, you know, like, what if I got a nice telescope and I could do, like, you know, I could point it out the window during my streams sometimes and be like, hey, Jupiter's out the window there. Like, that would, like, because they make telescopes now that have, like, phone holders, so you can, like, stream or take photos on your phone and stuff.
That'd be cool.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, I feel like, and then it's a business expense.
Here's the thing with you, Joe. You can turn pretty much anything into a business expense. That's the problem here.
Yeah. Well, I usually choose not to, but
the age range is 8.
Yeah. Polaroid camera would be an interesting one.
Oh, yeah, get her into photography.
Yeah, well, so I got her a little digital camera, and that's okay, but, like...
But it's not immediate, and it's not tangible.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about Polaroids, is they are immediate, and they are tangible.
Yeah. Aviva Kitty says, I had a kid's telescope as a kid. It was the best. Or no, it wasn't the best. Yeah, okay, yeah, the kids' ones are going to be, lower quality. And that's the thing, is I don't want to turn her off from whatever the thing is.
Yeah. I was always fascinated with Polaroids, because when they come out, they have to wait, and, you know, and it's a bit like magic.
So, Cleo, do you want to hear one of the reasons I haven't gotten her a Polaroid camera? And
Go on.
Because there was one Christmas where my sister got a Polaroid camera. And so we were down there with my family, And every time that I ask my daughter to like, oh, hey, get a picture with Uncle Sean, or go get a picture on the deck, or whatever, like go lean on the railing and I'll take a picture of you. What I would do is I would have one of my siblings take a picture of me with that person in the exact same pose, or like leaning on the deck in the exact same pose. And then I would hand my daughter that. I'd say, look, it came out. And she'd be like, that's a picture of you. And I'm like, well, we look a lot alike since you're my daughter. She's like, no, that's not me. Where's the picture of me? And so then I'd give her the real picture of her. But she'd be looking at it. It's like, why do you keep doing this? Because it's still funny. It's funny every time. And so anyway, she kind of doesn't like Polaroid cameras because she's worried every time somebody takes a picture of her with a Polaroid that they're gonna hand her a picture of me in the same pose. Aviva says, Joe, that's so mean.
It's so mean. But I would do it too.
But, like, yeah, Loopy says that's a really good trick. I know. Especially because we kept getting them with other people and stuff. Like,
you're mean, but I approve. Why do you keep doing this? The Joe Hill story.
Yeah. Salem says, now I want to do that. And the best thing is, if you do it, like, right beforehand, I could give her the one that was still developing of me. And she'd be holding it, waiting for it to develop.
Tim Tallguy has resubscribed for 9 months. Twitch, baby.
Fun Finn says, it's mean, but it's also very funny. Feels like something my dad would have done. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that feels like...
It's a dad thing.
Like that's, like, we don't really do pranks in general, because, like, I don't have the patience to clean anything up, or whatever. That's the closest thing to, like, pranks that we do in our home.
Yeah.
Yeah, most pranks are too mean. But this is just on the right side of the line for me. So, yeah. Kason Johnson says, what color are your glasses? Ta-da! See for yourself. T-D-D. I will say, since I got these glasses, people seem happier when they interact with me. Like, if I'm out shopping or whatever. Like talking to cashiers or whatever. Like, because, like, I think I still look very tired all the time, but, like, I look maybe fun tired. Like, oh, man, that guy was just doing something cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it does make you look more like wild, wacky, inflatable Joe man kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Blaze the Cold Banana Bread says, Joe without glasses is scary. I'm not scary, I'm terrifying.
Get it right. Joe without glasses is blind.
I also can't see anything.
Yeah, you are kind of intimidating when you take your glasses off.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it turns out, you know, all that Marine Corps training.
Yeah. Could be because of the colour. Well, yeah, I mean, the colour is the big thing, but also they are very kind of windswept, happy-go-lucky kind of glasses.
Yeah, like... and also, like, I normally, you know, if I'm in public, I'm wearing, like, a teal mask as well, and that's, like, a dark teal, but you get the light green, and usually I've got a hat on, so, I don't know. It works. Cavman says mildly upsetting.
Huh?
Oh, that without the glasses, mildly upsetting.
Mildly? You concern me without your glasses, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Cleo, are your eyes canonically green, or is that just another fan art thing?
Canonically, they are green.
Okay.
On my character, they are green.
Okay.
My actual eyes, not green.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't going to ask that, but
I don't mind people knowing that my eyes aren't green.
well, I mean, that narrows it down a lot, but okay.
not really, because green is such a, you know, a rare colour.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I said my eyes were green, that would narrow it down a lot more.
Huh. Okay.
Because genetics. Joe Marine. It's not feasible. No, Joe was training to be a Marine.
Yep, I was in ROTC as a Marine option for a couple of years.
Mumbo doesn't have a moustache either. I know. It's almost like we have characters.
Angry Cleo.
Except for Joe. Joe doesn't have a character. Joe is just Joe.
I do technically have a character. When I'm in character, I'm slightly more patient and slightly kinder.
Yes. Thank you, Pearl, for the raid.
Welcome, Pearlescent Moon Raiders.
Hi, Pearl. It's good to have you. What were you doing? What was Pearl doing? Was Pearl hermit crafting or doing something else? Or I'm making gingerbread men and hearts. We're going to ignore Flathead because he's got a flat head. But, you know. You're playing Breath of the Wild. Oh, that sounds really cool, actually. I've never played Zelda. Flathead is cute. Flathead is a mistake on my part, but he is now part of the family and we will not hear a word said against Flathead. So, that's a lie. I have played a Zelda game. I played it on the original Game Boy. Flathead deserves attention too. There we go. Yeah. I'm also on the call with Joe at the moment.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's here.
He is currently recording from Nashville, Tennessee.
Streaming as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm over on my channel drawing some angry Cleo faces.
Yes, he is being Joe on his channel, and on my channel he's being Joe. So yeah. I don't know if Pearl is still here because I cannot see. But thank you, Pearl. It's appreciated.
Cleo,
That's the Joe line we all know and love.
Does your character have bangs or like a part?
You mean fringe?
Fringe? Yeah.
Not really. It's sort of like tendrils down either side of the face. No fringe.
Okay. Because I didn't really try the hair on the first one, so I'm trying to do the hair on the second one.
Hey, there's Pearl. Thank you, Pearl. It's
Hi,
appreciated. Pearl. You're always welcome. Just saying. I know we always say that.
Yeah, but we're in the open hangout chat right now. If you want to get some art supplies and come hang out with us, you are welcome to. Although I know you're probably tired from your Breath of the Wild stream.
Yeah, but if you ever feel like popping in, you're quite welcome.
Kind of giving you some little bit of, I don't know, your hair kind of wild around the edges here.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, my hair is kind of wild around the edges.
Yeah.
I was going to go and get it cut and dyed over the over the week, and then the people in the shop informed me that it was Christmas, and I went, I see, right? Yes, that's what everybody else has done. Okay,
like nobody else gets their hair done for Christmas.
No, everybody else gets their hair done for Christmas.
Oh, so they don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is fine.
Unfortunate.
You know,
I'm gonna try lighter green for the skin this time. Oh, that's working way better. The lighter green color pencil works way better on the Cleo skin here.
Okay, so I am green in Joe's head.
No, I mean, how would you describe your skin tone? Would you say
gray.
It's slightly bluish? It's gray?
Bluey grey.
Bluey grey?
But, you know, okay. I'm okay. It's your art, Joe. You interpret it how you want.
But, I'm trying to capture how you express
how
anger.
I see myself.
Yeah, and how you see yourself. And
oh.
so yeah, the blue. Honestly, adding the blue to the green works really well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do me as green and blue, so it's fine. Always thought it was grey-green. No, it's grey with a little bit of blue.
Wow, that jaw is just slightly too big, which actually adds to the zombiness. But like,
it's dislocated, Joe. It's dislocated.
So yeah, it's a very dislocated jaw there. I'll hold this closer so y'all can see it. Maybe not hold it.
You see greyish grey when you made him head ornament. That's fine. Like I say, art is art. Art is subjective.
Yeah.
Thank you, Twa Siren, who has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you will see there are no exits. And thank you, Hypothermic Haddock, for the gift to Pearl.
Thank you, Cavman, for tipping 5. Boom, that puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
I'm sewing. I'm making these guys.
And you know what?
Hearts.
When we hit the next tipping milestone, $10 from now, we'll do another Plinko to figure out which Cleo face to do next.
No exits, that's absolutely fine. You say that, but people keep on looking. They keep on looking. And then they come and tell me can't find the exit. Thank you, Shay Griffin, for the biddies. Using this stream to make Christmas bulbs for my friends. Yeah, just I'm assuming that's like baubles or ornaments, as Joe would call them. Yeah. Christmas bulbs. So, boop. That's what this stream is here for. It's for us to do art and art and crafts and hang out with our friends. So, I can't blame you if that's how you choose to do it. Using this stream to do nothing at all. That's also valid. We do this stream so we can chill out with our friends and do crafts. However you choose to spend this time, it's up to you.
Right now, I'm drawing my friend Cleo. Just out of curiosity, Cleo, in terms of how you interpret your character's eyebrows, do you imagine them being thin or thick? Is there a particular shape you imagine?
I mean, they're I mean, I'm looking at my Cleo doll at this point. She's got relatively thin eyebrows. Not chonky ones. It's a good stream to also do art too. Yeah, that's what we're here for. You know, we're here for whatever makes you feel better about your lives.
So, like, these are way too bushy here.
Oh, that's really nice, Emmy. Doing sewing stuff like is that. Nice.
Oh, wow, that's almost...
Particularly if it reminds you of your family that are no longer here. Oh, Denumont has resubscribed, saying happy holidays, Cleo and Joe. That's an 8-month resub. And Hype Train. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Happy holidays, Denouement.
It's very French. I liked it.
It is
Sanity Deleted has resubscribed.
If somebody named, like, Perot shows up, I'm not going to be like, hey, welcome, P-Rot. Like, come on.
I mean, you didn't have to say it with the French accent. And thank you, Sanity Deleted, for the 9-month subby. And thank you to Moonglaive, who has given out 2 community gift subs. It's very appreciated. Yay! And Intral Crustine. Intra-la Crustine. It's cheered biddies. Thank you very much. I can never get your name right, but you know. That clutch Joe did in your recent videos. How did he survive? I don't know how Joe survived.
I've been practicing ender pearling all season.
It's true. He's not used wings once this season.
Yeah.
I don't like just watching him fall and then going, Joe! It was like...
That was absolutely an accident, too. People were like, oh, I bet Joe did that on purpose to be funny. No, I just forgot that I wasn't holding shift. I was like, I want to see this better.
Cassidy Shut Up has cheered 100 biddies for Flathead. Go Flathead.
Okay.
His head is flat. Compared to not Flathead. You're scarfing down a bagel before more teaching happens. Thank you, chemist. I appreciate that. Hope your lesson goes well. Oh, okay. And thank you, Mirethkir, for giving out 10 community gift subbies. I do appreciate that. Ooh. Thank you so much.
I see one for Dragon Queen. That's Lenare, Cherilina, Bobo Marsu, Family, Funfin, Hyperion, Zeriz, Chef Nutmeg. Might be Shay Nutmeg. That might be French too. And Tauntaun.
I think it's Chef Nutmeg.
It might be.
We love Flathead is now unofficial mascot of this stream. There we go. He's going to sit. Going to bring in the fluff for you. There you go. That's where he lives. That's really awkward, so he's going to move off screen. But move him up slightly to keep his flat head in frame. There you go. Flathead. Makeshift sent you a second Cleo plush for some reason.
Well...
I don't know how you would give that to someone. No. Sorry.
Joe.
Team Flathead.
Lenarii rhymes with airfyi. Lenerfyi. Lenerfyi. I think I got it.
For Gingerbread Men flatter. Okay. It makes them crisp. Sorry. I'm 12. So, I like my gingerbread men like I like everything else. Dunked in tea.
I was gonna say childless.
Childless. Cleo is 12. I'm a 12-year-old Albanian boy. Where's my scissors gone? Although Sven Svensson has got to be at least 18 now. For those of you who don't get that reference, welcome for not being in my streams for like the last 3 or 4 years. This is like everybody when they used to ask me what my age was, or you know, if I was a man. And I said, yes, I'm a 12-year-old Albanian boy called Sven Svensson. I don't know why. It's just the thing that came out and it's sort of stuck. So, Moonglaive, cheered biddies, thank you very much. You was dunkling your chocolate shortbread as soon as you said that. Well, you see, that's why I'm here.
Mahi Zero says, I felt like you falling in the pit was unintentional, but I couldn't rule out you falling in for the sake of comedy on purpose. It didn't occur to me to fall in on purpose because I had all my nice stuff.
Yeah, you had all the good stuff, and if you died...
Oh, that would have been gone.
That would have been gone.
No,
hey!
Yeah. It was not trivial getting all that
no.
stuff.
Dr. Jamtastic has cheered 1,000 biddies. Thank you very much, and thank you, Moongay, for the biddies. I can't remember if I said thank you or not, so thank you again.
I'm, like, trying to do different angles for these eyebrows, but, like, they keep ending up fairly similar to each other.
I mean, there's only really one way to do angry eyebrows.
You say that, but I think...
I mean, I do. That's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I have a knot in this? Is it 'cause I'm a failure? Yes.
You know, I've never seen this done in cartooning, but I just had an idea that I think could be amusing for this. What if your eyebrows took on different, roughly eyebrow shapes, but clearly silhouettes of other things, depending on your mood? So, like, if you're angry, they would become, like, daggers. Or if you're happy, they would become something roughly eyebrow-shaped but happy. I haven't come up with what that would be yet.
Go for it, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang it, there's a bug on
and everybody have a drink. What if we just added 3 or more eyebrows? I mean, you can do that too. This is your art, not mine.
Yeah, you could have 3 eyebrows.
I could. I could have 1 singular eyebrow. There you go.
Or we could have 3 eyebrows stacked on top of each other, the triple unibrow.
Yep. Triple unibrow. Joe making up these head cannons, yeah. Joe is very much headcanon.
Yeah.
Joe wants to be a cartoon character. I would argue that Joe already is a cartoon character.
Yeah, sadly I'm John from Garfield.
Oh, you're not that sad.
Yeah.
No one's that sad.
I know. Let's see if the dark green eyes work better. In some ways they kind of do.
Joe's a cartoon character, but we love him for it. Do we? Do we? The answer is yes, by the way.
Thanks, Cleo.
You're welcome, Joe. Hey, Sam. Glad you could finally join us. That sounded a bit harsher than I meant it to.
Yes, Sam. Took forever.
God, Sam. Ugh.
This is Cleo's angry face. Gummy Bear says Joe is clearly Yakko Warner. Fallstar says Triple Unibrow is just Klingon. Happy
thought
flower
Joe was-
eyebrows, surprised exclamation point eyebrows, angry
Bit more
flame
booster
eyebrows.
stab.
There's some really good suggestions in here.
There are. You take whatever ones you want.
Mm.
It's okay, Sam. If so long as you was getting your booster stab, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We approve booster stabs here.
And we are going
And
to
if you
change
haven't-
which expression we're doing next time a face camera expands and we do another Plinko.
Uh-oh.
We got the Plinko
Yes.
board here. Do.
Joe has a Plinko board. We have already used it to establish that I am Nightwing.
Mm-hmm. I asked Cleo which were her top 6 possible fictional characters she might be, and Nightwing won.
What's a booster stab? Just a shot. Yeah, it's a shot for the terrible and disastrous pandemic we are currently going through. So it's your third booster. No, not your third booster. Your third shot. Nightwing is cool though. Yeah, Nightwing's cool. Hang on. Nightwing is cool though. That's rude.
I just got that.
Wow. Okay.
The though really makes it. Okay, I accidentally drew you as a lion this time, like your hair is coming out of your cheek. Sorry, Cleo.
That's fine. You got multi-classed. I got multi-classed as well with my booster shot.
Okay.
My body did not like the booster shot that I got this time though.
What does a Nightwing costume even look like? Let me, because I am not familiar enough with the costume. Like, I know who Nightwing is. I know the rough mythology. Okay, it's black with like a blue V.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like a bird V. Okay.
I forgot it could be read like that. It took me a second. It was just like, oh, that's nice. Wait a minute.
Welcome, Tro9 Siren. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, I got Pfizer. That the second booster did in fact wreck me for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
But this last one, I got like a massive red patch on it. It was not fun. Okay, Flathead, we need to put you away somewhere. There you go. Keep your Flathead on screen. You have to wait for your booster. That's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
if
I've
you've
got to
got
wait for
underlying
mine
issues.
now too, since I got COVID. You can't get the booster right away.
It's one of those things. If you have a valid reason for not getting it, I am not going to judge you.
This is way too much neck, but
But if you're going to just say, well, I don't think there's evidence, and I'm just like, well, you don't understand science.
you should go get it. Believe me, it is miserable having COVID. You don't want it.
You don't want it. And Joe got and Joe got a case where he didn't die.
No,
So,
I
you
didn't
know.
die, but I was still like knocked out for days, and it was miserable. And I'm always exhausted. Also, to be clear, I'm always tired, but I have not been this tired. It sucked.
So, definitely go get your boosters. I took a COVID test today because I was just feeling god awful. So, you know, I thought, please don't let me have COVID.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay, I'm
But I
doing
do
my
not have
angry
COVID.
Cleo as Nightwing now, which is definitely something.
Yeah. Seventh day of isolation. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, no, it's no good. You don't want-
Isolation itself is a reason not to get a thing, to get an injection. Because
the
even
reason
if you
to
don't
get the injection, no. The reason to
Sorry.
get the injection is to avoid isolation. I think you mean
Yeah.
to say.
that's what I meant. That's the reason why you get the injection, because dear God, isolation is no joke. Particularly if you're someone like me who, you know, lives alone
Yeah.
and, you know, has very limited resources. to get stuff if you get sick.
Yeah, I was lucky to have friends in town who could help me out.
Yeah. I mean, if I called someone, I'm sure they would come running, but it feels like a lot to ask.
Well, you don't want to do it, but like it's one of those things like where I'm like, okay, in theory we have, you know, macaroni, we have rice, we have beans, but what we don't have is like fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, meat, like, you know, to last 10 days.
You know, all the stuff that you would want if you were ill.
Yeah, and so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, if we could survive off what's just in the house for this long, but it's nice to have folks to help out. So
yeah, you say really that, but I had packet rice, which I heated up in the microwave. I turfed it out onto my dinner, and there was mold in it.
Oh no!
Like a massive chunk of black mold, and it was just like, I was really hungry as well. And of course, I found it after it had turned it out onto my dinner. Not a happy bunny. So I had to throw away everything and start from scratch. Yay.
Kenny Holmes says, question, what is being done here? Cleo and I are
That is a question.
I'm drawing Cleo as Nightwing from the DC universe. And this is her as angry Nightwing. It's not going well.
I'm okay with this. Middle of a 5-week probability and stats class when you caught COVID and did not pass that class, and they wouldn't let you drop it. That seems awful.
It's a mess.
Schools in general. Yeah, I agree. They're a mess. You can order COVID pack and you pay late, or pack or what you want and pay later. That's nice that your store has that. You got COVID before the vaccines rolled out, and it was not fun. Yeah, no, I can imagine. I feel very lucky considering that I had a job where I was around lots of people that I did not get it.
Yeah.
So
there we go. There's Cleo as Nightwing.
Oh gosh, I look like I'm a fire starter of some kind.
Well,
I like it.
You've got that incendiary wit.
Yes, Joe, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Doesn't the third one give you superpowers? I've not got any superpowers yet. I've not got any superpowers. It's almost like it's just a vaccine to stop you getting sick.
Almost.
My 5G reception isn't great. You know, I'm not magnetic. I don't know. I just feel like I've not done something right.
Yep. Once again, we do have a Plinko board now. This is an actual in-studio thing that is behind me. Like, I can tap on it. We have a Plinko board. We got 6 emotions of Cleo to draw. When we get our next tipping milestone, which we are $10 away from, we will switch over what we are drawing to a different emotion. Number 1 was angry.
Glass case of emotion.
2 is terrified. 3 is screaming and demanding. 4 is sad. 5 is it's fine. And 6 is hysterical laughter. If we get angry Cleo again, we'll use that as a roll again card. So, yep.
Not getting sick is a superpower. I mean, this is true. So do I need to give you a number, Joe?
Not until we get the next...
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. We just got a new $10 Patreon patron. Let's go ahead and throw that on the abacus here. And we are going to expand Joe. And then there's our Plinko board. So yeah, Cleo, tell me which slot to put it in.
Can I get number 5, please,
number
Joe?
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Plinko. And we got number 6 over here, which is hysterical laughter Cleo. Woo, that'll be a fun one if I don't fall getting back in my chair. So, hysterical laughter Cleo, boom, is up next. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
And So let me move. I'm going to move your camera back above the Plinko board. Okay. So in contrast to angry Cleo, hysterical laughter Cleo should have big open eyebrows, maybe. And should have like a big open mouth. Yay, like, ah, ha, ha, that's so funny. What a funny thing you said, my friend.
Obviously, I'm having a day where I'm hanging out with you, Joe.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Like, we kind of bring the cheeks up a little bit here on the...
We have big supermarket chains that offer online grocery shopping. Yes, this is true.
That's too much.
We have home delivery here.
That's like the Joker? More DC Comics, Cleo.
Something like that, Joe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Since you're on a co-stream, do you see each other's chat?
I can see Cleo's
Joe, I
chat.
think, has chat open, but I've closed it down since I can't see everything because I've had to move around my setup a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, normally I would open Joe's chat as well, but I've just got Joe's face.
I've got to do the classic XD face. I guess I could do that.
Recovery is worse than COVID because you're still sick from June 2020. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Seems to be one that everybody's...
There we go. There's the XD face. Whoops. A lot better than that watermelon Joker face.
It's fine, though.
Yep.
I like the XD face. That's good.
Yep. I am happy with how this little Christmas tree came out, though, as well.
The Christmas tree work is really nice.
Yeah, I guess we'll move the hockey puck now.
Get down. Get down. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, also to the person who just signed up via Patreon, just so you know, I have to send your invite manually, so that'll go through sometime in the next business day.
Sorry, Joe.
No, sorry.
No.
Are you yelling at your cat or me?
Yeah, I'm yelling at the cat. Don't worry.
Okay.
So you tried to get on during the way that would knock out both my mic and my camera over.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't mind if they come up down the other way, but...
Cleo emojis. Were those
emojis.
Those were just Cleojis? Cleomojis?
Clemojis. Well, Clemojis is best.
Clemojis. Okay. Oh.
Hey, Crystalite has resubscribed for 9 months. That is your Twitch baby. You don't get a choice in that. You just have to have the baby.
Oh, how progressive of you, Cleo.
It's okay. The babies are invisible and they take care of themselves. It's fine. Your cat is napping, so Cleo didn't scare. I don't think anybody. I think cats pay attention to their owners.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I can't see my cats getting down. Well, to be fair, they don't get down when I tell them to. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certainly not going to get down when a random person on the internet tells them to. Chris. Mentioned this in Joe's chat, but getting the vaccine puts you at ease. I spent months scared out of your mind. This past weekend, there was a feeling of safety. Still cautious, of course, but I could relax and enjoy myself. I mean, that helps.
That's a huge thing, being less stressed out.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, the people who aren't getting the vaccines are not particularly stressed out about it. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, while I was waiting for the vaccine, I was very stressed about not having it yet. So, it was a huge stress relief for me to get it.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the people that are still not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not particularly bothered. Can I just say thank you to everybody who is quietly just worn a mask, got their shot without making a fuss, and just carried on doing what they could to be sensible human beings.
Mm-hmm. You're
the real heroes. And the reason when this finally ends, it's going to be because of you guys. So well done. You each get you get a thank you from me, if no one else. And thank you, Ghost Hunter, who has resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you very much. Just doing your part. That's the thing. If everybody just does their part, we wouldn't be here for 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the cartoon laughing emoji here that has eyes like this, eyebrows up and to the side, big teeth, and then the tears are coming out. Let's do the tears. The tears get in the way of the teeth.
The tears getting in the way of the teeth. That is my problem in life, Joe.
Yeah.
It is.
It's my problem too, Cleo. Okay, this is
The
not
tears
going well.
just never stop.
These tears have come out poorly.
Mine always come out poorly, Joe. It's fine.
Actually, no, the tears go all the way across there. Oh, this is coming out badly. This is not good.
Am I going to cry about it, Joe? Is that what's
No.
going to happen?
Yeah, this is we're gonna try and do some practice tears here, I think. Okay.
Hang on, Moderna arm. Is that a thing? Because that's probably what I had. What is Moderna arm? Because my arm went bright red and was painful and hot for like days. Is that a thing? Is that what it is?
I mean, my arm was a little bit sore, but it wasn't that bad like you're describing. Okay.
Cake poet, I need answers. Give me answers. Is Moderna arm a thing?
Oh, this one's already coming out better, Cleo. This is a much better hysterical laughing Cleo face.
It is a thing. Is that what? That's what that is. I see. I didn't get it with the Pfizer. I got it with Moderna, because we mix and match our vaccines here. No. JT, I had redness and swelling, but this was red, and it was like having a fever in my arm, and it was like raised, and it wasn't like the stuff I had with the Pfizer. Hot, like roasting, like having a fever, like solely located in my arm.
Okay, as I nearly knock over this. So the second one's a lot better.
Your co-worker can stick pennies to her arm where she got a stabby stab. I can stick pennies to my arm.
Yeah, anybody with a greasy arm can stick whatever they want there. It doesn't make you magnetic.
Pennies, I'll be honest, pennies are made of copper. They are not magnetic.
No, they'll stick to whatever you want.
They'll stick to anyone who's greasy enough.
Yeah, and pennies are often sticky because they've been circulated. So, okay. My chat is not giving me any feedback on this picture of you, Cleo. It's this second one down here.
That's better.
It's
That's better. It's got more tear-shaped tears.
The tear shapes are better. The smile, I think, is better.
Yeah, okay. I like that one. That one's better.
Yay.
You're too gullible. Yeah, if you believe that they're saying, I can stick things to myself. Yeah.
It's like, well, I mean, what that tells me is that you didn't bother washing very much. Or that you're touching very dirty currency. Either one is fine.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's what people are doing to tell people to not get the vaccine, saying, I got so injured with it. Look, I'm magnetic now. You're not magnetic. You're just dirty. You're just dirty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the greenish tint adds something. I don't know. Although
needs a greenish tint is what he's saying. I need a greenish tint.
Although you say more bluish grey for your skin tone.
I remember stories of people finding coins in the shower. Turns out they took naps, coins fell from their pockets and stuck to their back. Yeah. Cleo and Joe teach me new things because my brain wants to trust everyone. Here's the thing about trusting people. That's nice, but people need to prove themselves trustworthy. You know? Because if they're making claims like that, then what is their end game? And often the end game is trying to push an agenda.
Well, and some people are just contrarian to get attention, too, you know?
Yeah. Me, I'm contrarian to gay attention.
Yeah, but like about public health stuff, like
Oh, no,
you
not
and I
about
both
public-
know.
not
Like
about
I
things
make a
that
lot
are-
of jokes about a lot of things, but I don't really make jokes about the vaccine because I don't want people to
No.
misunderstand them or.
I mean,
It's
the
just not
vaccine is
worth
a miracle of science, effectively. Like any vaccine, we have eradicated smallpox and pretty much, I think polio 1 is gone now, or maybe polio 2 is gone. But, you know, those are now things that our children and our universe will never have to experience anymore. You know? Like, they've you know, I had somebody arguing with me about something about vaccines in my comments, and somebody says, well, we don't have children in iron, we don't have people in iron lungs anymore. And then they said, well, no, the iron lungs is what's causing the deaths of people. And I'm like, it's, you know, that person didn't even know what an iron lung was.
Yeah.
Because they're now no longer in use.
Well,
And they
we
just
have,
assumed it was a bad negative vaccination thing.
well, we have better breathing stuff now too than iron lungs. So.
I know, yeah, but I think the oldest person in an iron lung died recently. So like, they were still in use, and even so, you know, the reason we don't have them is because of, you know, polio. So one person left on an iron lung. Oh, he might. I thought he died recently, but yeah. Regardless, people don't know what they are because they never had to experience them before. That's amazing. You know?
I'm gonna try on this one doing bigger eyes, thinner eyebrows.
It's okay, Twa. It's we can all be taken in by people that we are supposed to trust. That's the problem with the way I see it is everybody has a scam that they are gullible to. There's always something that people can be taken in by. And the fault is not with the person who is taken in. The fault is with the person who does the taking in. So, yeah. That's good, Twa. It's like, I'm sure there is a scam out there that's got my name written all over it. I just haven't experienced it yet. Yeah, people get death because of measles. People die from measles still. So, vaccinations, they are good. And anyone who's trying to tell you otherwise is selling something.
Okay.
When I went to Walmart to get vaccinated, there was some guy running and screaming around saying their arm was going to fall off because of the vaccine. No. No. People are dramatic for various reasons. Man in the iron lung is still alive. He's 75 and he's been in since he was 6 years old.
Okay.
That's distressing. I was going to say disturbing. It's not disturbing, it's distressing. But I'm glad he's okay. Yeah, talk to your doctors. Because they've studied this stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Don't take my word for it. Take your doctors. And if something your doctors say doesn't sound right,
Get a second opinion.
don't get a second opinion. Had to sneak your sister out for a vaccination because your parents are anti-vax. Good thing she's of legal age. Yep.
Okay, I feel like this one's less emoji, but it's more, it's a better kind of face. I'm going with a blue base for the gray this time. Okay.
Oh, that's handy. Emmy. Learning sign language before you go deaf. That's handy. Cleo's made your many times over with flat head. Flathead is a special gingerbread man. Him and his fat head. He's extra crispy. That's great, JT.
Cute Little Frog says, the nice thing about drawing with pencils is you can layer everything really nicely. Yeah, I have a lot of fun messing with these.
Mm-hmm. I do like drawing. It's just I never know what to draw is my problem.
Well, that's why you need a Plinko board, Cleo.
But no, then I have to have 6 ideas instead
Then you
of
have to
just
have
one.
6 ideas, yeah.
Frequency deaf. Can't hear some male voices. Yeah, that's fair. I say that's fair like I understand. I don't understand, but I'm glad that you are capable of everything.
Ooh.
How long have we been going, Joe?
I don't know, 10 years now?
10 years. It feels like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I meant specifically this stream.
Oh, this stream? I don't know, man. Like, 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Okay. Let's try and get this Gingerbread Man done before it's time to skedaddle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That shall have a brother or a sister. Not sure.
I think this hysterical laughing Cleo came out okay. Whoops. I need to hold it so it's not in the Plinko board. Yeah. So it's not as emoji-like as these two up here.
No, but it's still good.
Still worked out. Okay.
And that's the main thing.
Scoot Snack says, this is fridge worthy. Oh, thank you. Unfortunately, we would lose the Christmas thing on the back if we did that. Here are some hearts my daughter drew also. And some butterflies. Yay.
Kids find butterflies and hearts really hard for some reason. Those are all the things like that they always ask me to draw.
Well, those butterflies she was actually drawing from life. Like, we went out to a field.
Nice.
And I said, you can use my colored pencils in my fancy drawing book if you want to draw some of these butterflies that are landing on these flowers. And so she was trying her best to actually draw them
That's good.
from life there, yeah. They're kind of behind the Plinko board a little bit, but yeah, core concept. But this was 2 years ago. This was pre-COVID, so...
God,
she's
when the
more
outside
talented
world
now.
existed.
I know, right? I will say that has been one thing about, like... I'm strongly reconsidering living in the city, like, having dealt with this, because it's like, you know, part of it was like, well, I like being able to walk to the grocery store and do all this stuff, like, every day, and, like, then it's like, okay, all of a sudden I'm living in such a way that I go grocery shopping every 3 weeks, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know, and I'm looking out my window of my old apartment at a brick wall, and I'm like, you know, it'd be really nice to look out and see a lake, and to be able to walk down to the lake and like have room and be outdoors more, because like we didn't even have a balcony or anything at my old apartment, and so like we couldn't really go outside because the apartment building's only outdoor areas were like communal areas, and the communal areas are all closed.
Excellent.
You know,
yeah,
and it's just oh, it'd be nice to have a yard and like a view, and it's like, because, you know, and part of me is like, but I'll miss the theater. It's like, well, I already missed the theater. You know?
I mean, you can miss the theatre, but, you know, if you're living in the suburbs, you can always go into town.
Well, it's expensive, and it's time-consuming to go into town. Traffic around here is really terrible.
At that point. Yeah, I get it.
So, okay.
I was streaming when Twitch broke.
But so the other thing, Cleo, is like in Nashville, there's not really a huge advantage to moving a half hour outside of town. because a half hour outside of town is still only like 2 miles from downtown, 3 miles from down. Like the traffic is so bad, you have to move, like to actually get out of the city proper, or to like actually enjoy living in the country. You have to go like an hour and a half out. You know what I'm saying? And so then it's like, if you go see a show, like if you go to the theater or something, you're like, okay, well, do we want to get a hotel and stay in town overnight at that point? Or do you want to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours back? Like, I don't know.
I get it. Did I stop streaming and wait it out? I stopped streaming and streamed with Joe, and then I came back.
Yay. Okay. ABCDEF is asking about the spam bot. I'm banning it every time it shows up, but if you click report, then that does help the automated systems to take that more seriously, because I'm banning and reporting them. But if they see reports from a bunch of viewers as well as the streamer, it's not your job to report these things. You don't have to if you're busy, but if you see it and you're not doing anything else, I appreciate you reporting those spam bots. Okay.
Are we fans of movies, Joe? Hate them.
Oh
no.
Actually, I just watched Malignant again 2 nights ago. That was good. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't. I've got a ticket to go see Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to maybe try and see that down at the drive-in next time I see my parents, because they live out by a drive-in. I love seeing movies and sitting outside.
I would love to do that, but that's really not a thing here.
Yeah, I heard.
Was just about to suggest a movie to keep watch for. You're in it. Oh, okay.
But yeah,
That's always cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the new Spider-Man. We've got Batman Returns is coming to the Belcourt, which is our local independent theater, as well as A Muppet Christmas Carol and a few other classic holiday movies. It's a Wonderful Life. So probably 3 of the movies that I'll see in the theater in the next few months will be movies that are old movies that are playing in our local indie theater.
I mean, I think that's something that I enjoy doing, going to see actually good movies in the cinema.
Yeah. Well, and it's also a different experience too, because it's like a non-profit theater, and so they're not like trying to shake you down. Like, you want a $25 pizza? It's like, no.
You know, here's the thing. I bought a ticket and it was £7 for tomorrow, and then I just remember saying it used to be more expensive than that. Yeah, a ticket used to cost £13 before the pandemic.
Wait, is Spider-Man out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm not really keeping up with anything. I basically lost. Really, I basically lost 10 days with COVID, and I'm still catching up on everything. My whole life is.
At least I think it is. Backlog. I hope it is.
You got a ticket to like they're showing like an old Spider-Man cartoon or something.
Yeah.
Have
I been scammed, chat?
Yeah.
Or is my ticket for next week? Tickets are $11, and you get a free small bag of popcorn per ticket. You see, yeah, I think it was like £12. Tickets used to be, and I'm just like, why did I ever pay that? It is out now. It is out now. There you go. Not been scammed. Yeah. I mean, I deliberately went and got it because I was just sort of like, I need something to cheer. I've been feeling really ill these last week, like, and my body is there's definitely something wrong. So I was just like, I need something that I can cheer myself up with. So I decided I'm gonna go see Spider-Man. You looking it up, Joe?
No, I got distracted about a tweet about a cat named Jorts. Sorry.
Oh, the Jorts story. I love the Jorts story.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, my brain, like, and this is one of those things too, like, since I got COVID, I'm less focused than usual, and you might think, how is that possible? And I frequently find myself asking the same question.
Jean and Jorts. Basically, there are two cats. Jean, who is a tortoiseshell, and Jorts, who is a orange cat. Now, orange cats are notoriously dim. I mean, Atlas is quite smart, but even so, she's a bit yikesy sometimes. But basically, they're basically office cats, and one of the co-workers to the guy that posted the original story is got really offended and said it was racially insensitive to call the orange cat
to say you couldn't expect tortoiseshell smarts from an orange cat.
You can't expect tortoiseshell smarts from ginger cats, because tortoiseshells are generally much smarter. So yeah, she was trying to demand from HR racial awareness training, racial sensitivity training, because he called the orange cat dumb. So it turns out this lady was putting butter on the cat so he would learn to groom himself properly, and then apparently Jean was getting sick from the butter because cats should not eat milk products, because she was grooming Jorts. So
oh boy.
But yes, I got sucked into that for a good half an hour yesterday as well.
Okay, well, I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw the overview on Twitter, but
sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that.
No. I had time to read it, I mean, have a quick read, but yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever took you a half hour, I didn't have. I was what I was saying. Like I
got the story, the original story, and the updates, and all the comments, and
gotcha. Yeah, I didn't do the updates in the comments, but
okay, but yeah. But if the orange cat was dumb, it's fine to call them dumb. No. The point was, it's racially insensitive to call orange cats dumb, because it's just based on their colour, despite the fact that orange cats are notoriously dim. They're very friendly. They're much friendlier than tortoiseshell cats.
The coworker was told not to ask other workers to do cat training. I'm assuming that was the update. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that Pam is no longer allowed to put butter on the cats, but she's not allowed to train the cats. She wanted all the co-workers to take time out of their workday to teach Jorts life lessons, then got mad when her boss tried to accommodate Jorts, who just kept locking himself and Jean in the food closet. Yeah. So basically, instead of putting, like a doorstop, they had to train them instead. And, I mean, at that point, it's an accessibility issue. So it's sort of like, in order to stop locking everyone in the closet, we're going to put a doorstop in.
Yeah.
It's cool that you co-run a cinema. That is cool. So that is not toast.
Yeah, my dad used to work at a movie theater when he was in his what he would describe as his youth.
About the same age that I worked in one, I would imagine.
And it was a movie theater where it was like a gigantic theater, and it was either just outside or just inside New York City. But they would get it was a very high density population area, and this movie theater was famous for they would pick they would run one film, and that was it. But because they were in such a high density area, and they only had, but it was like a gigantic theater with hundreds of seats, and so they needed a ton of ushers to keep everything orderly. And so my dad was an usher there, and he had to, and they would stand inside the theater, and if anybody was being disruptive or whatever, they'd go make them leave, whatever. And so when he first got hired on, for a whole year, all they played was the original Star Wars. And so my dad saw the original Star Wars 100 times before VHS was around or anything.
That would be obnoxious.
And he's he knew the whole film by heart, even the Wookiee parts. And and he's everybody, all his friends were I don't know how you can stand it, that would drive me crazy. And he's like, it's not bad. It's a good movie, and it's a good job and whatever, at his age. I guess if that came out in 1976, he would have been 16, right? So
Right.
not a bad job for a 16-year-old. And then the movie theater switched to some romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, we're going to run this for a year now. And he got a week in and he quit. He was just like, I can't.
Running a
clearly...
romantic comedy seems counterintuitive somehow.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm not mentally equipped for this. This is... Okay, this is not for me. I remember... Let's see. He always says the name of the movie, and I don't remember, but what was a romantic comedy that came out a year after Star Wars that was pretty popular? Whatever it was that. And he was just like, I'm done. I cannot deal with this. Star Wars came out in 1977. Okay, so then it would be a romantic comedy that came out in 1978. Yeah, so he would have been 17 in 1977.
Jesus. Did we start late today? No. Twitch went down.
Yep.
Twitch went down. So I had to stop my stream halfway. Worked in the theatre when Armageddon came out. Cannot stand that Aerosmith song. I think maybe when was that? I think maybe I did too. I remember seeing one of the Matrix trilogy when I was there. Oh, the one that I do remember. I remember putting together the standee for the first Incredible Hulk movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Were you super excited? Were you like, this is going to be incredible? Hulk.
No, I was not really into the Hulk at that point because, you know. Oh, it was an Amazon thing apparently attached. Used to look after an orange cat so dumb he'd forget to use the cat flap every few months.
Oh no.
Orange cats aren't particularly bright. I think I've got quite a smart one with Atlas, but she's definitely not as smart as GLaDOS is.
Yeah.
Hulk is from 2003. Yeah, 2003. I definitely saw one of those movies about things hitting the earth. Maybe Deep Impact?
Oh yeah, that was a Deep Impact movie.
Very impactful.
And very impactful. Okay, got another crying hysterically Cleo over here. This one with a longer nose.
I do need a longer
Two
nose.
teeth.
It's not wrong.
Well, top and bottom teeth. Good for mashing.
It's just one tooth. Just a row of
Aquilino
one
says,
tooth.
"Is the Matrix still a trilogy? Aren't they making a fourth one or something?" Well, like that's like saying, isn't the Lord of the is the Lord of the Rings still a trilogy now that they made a Hobbit movie? Like, yeah, like you can have separate things in the same universe. Like
it's like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's a trilogy in 5 parts.
Yeah. Also, the Expanse novels. The 9th one just came out, and that's a set of 3 trilogies. A trilology, if you will. And strongly recommend that. They really stuck the landing. Did we talk about this last week when I had COVID brain, and I don't know if we talked about the Expanse. We might have talked about it for 2 hours though, because I was
Possibly
so out of it. But yeah,
I can't remember.
The Expanse trilogy of trilogies just concluded about a week and a half ago, and it's fantastic.
My stitching. I've been sewing since I was what? I did textiles when I was 14.
Mm-hmm.
I did a GCSE in textiles. I think that's... But I was sewing before then. So, like, 30 years, give or take. Oh, my back. Your cat thinks he's a dog. Was he raised with dogs? Because that's fairly typical. Got to be able to sew if your limbs keep rotting off, being a zombie and all. Yeah, we talked about that. Zombies are special. They don't really rot so much as degrade.
Yeah, I don't know. Your hair kind of keeps ending up as a haystack in these pictures.
Ah, so like real life then.
Yeah, so the people are like, there must be a sewing needle in that haystack. Trying to have it be very active. But yeah, it ends up being kind of weird.
No, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
30 years is such a long time. No wonder you're so good. Oh. I guess.
Oh, Cleo, did I tell you that I got a Mandalorian poster in a contest?
Oh no, when are you giving that to Scar?
It's not actually. I say poster. It's actually like a promotional banner.
Oh wow!
So I won it from a pinball distributor, and it was like a banner that they would hang up at shows to promote the new Mandalorian pinball machine.
Ah.
And I'm also realizing I have no idea where I set it down somewhere. It came in the mail while I had COVID, and I took it out and I looked at it. Where did I put it? It might be in the living room. Part of me's like, I want to go get it and show everybody because the camera's actually the right size.
Mm-hmm.
But I also realize I might be right back, but if I don't find it in 5 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna put my BRB screen up. It's just a piece of paper that says BRB and hello. Be right back. Cleo, answer questions for the chat, please.
Oh, hang on. I've only got my chat open. Let me just move over to yours. I changed from yours because of the spam. Let's go. Okay, chat, let's go. The questions about Joe. Wow. I'm watching Joe's YouTube chat. Can someone call emergency services for Joe if he falls or something falls on him? Yes. He's got an adult in the room. Probably. He's got an adult in the building. Why is Joe? Well, one day there was a nuclear accident and then there was Joe. And we'll forgive the accident. I'm all right. If Joe's on the forest, can we hear it? Yeah, he's pretty loud. He's probably streaming, to be fair. If he's going into the forest that often, then. What is Joe's second favourite sitcom from the 80s? I don't think he's really 80s sitcom. He's more kind of dystopian horror. So, yeah. Is Joe really? No. He's sometimes really. But, you know. What 6 characters could Joe... Oh. Okay. Joe, like I say, the Riddler.
Ooh, the Riddler. It's a good one.
Oh, he's back.
I am back. Cleo, look, I've got a Mandalorian banner here. From Stern Pinball. I'm
gonna scroll back up.
Okay. I'm standing as far back as I can in the room.
Need to bring it down a little bit. Bring it down.
Well.
There you go. That's really nice. Yeah. Oh, it's got a little baby Yoda.
It's got a baby Yoda, which is kind of close to chroma green, so you might be able to see through it a little bit. And then it's like
it looks
taller
brown.
Than no, it's at my eye level.
You need to show that to Scar when we're next in call.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I haven't figured out where I'm gonna hang this yet. I'm like, I should hang this in my office, but I also have plans to like cover all of the walls in here with green stuff, so I have avoided hanging anything up. Well, because when I do the VR streams, I need to be able to move around the room and have the camera have like I've got a GoPro that does like a fisheye thing, so you can see me kind of exploring the space. But yeah. Woo.
Everybody have a drink.
Oh, also, oh dang it, that's the wrong mouse pad. Never mind. Okay, so I am back. Better than ever. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just passive. Okay.
When Joe reach enlightenment when he collides with a burning building. Yes, that's accurate.
But yeah, the contest was to guess how many plays a particular pinball game had gotten on the floor of a pinball convention.
Oh. What did you guess?
Oh, I think 387 was the correct answer. and me and somebody else got it like simultaneously, and so they sent us each a banner like this, because when you run a pinball distribution company, you get a lot of banners like these. But they go for like 150 to 200 on eBay. But like the thing is, the distributors, I don't think, are allowed to sell them. You know what I mean? Like, they can give them away as promotional stuff, but like, they're in the business of selling pinball machines, not in the business of selling, you know, convention banners. So yeah.
Terrible language does relate to no foul language or swearing, but it also relates to bigoted language. So no terrible language, please.
But yeah, so I haven't figured out where I'm going to hang that up yet.
It does look cool,
but it's awesome, and I'm super excited. It came in, like I said, while I was sick, and so I was like, I'll come back to the problem of hanging this up, because I didn't want to like bust a hole in a wall in a rental, you know, like, because I'm like too tired to use a hammer, right? That's a bad move, you know.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay. Choppy choppy. Chip. Chip. Yay! Gingerbread number 3. Bigoted can be considered under foul. It's generally not considered, but yeah, it can be, I suppose. I mean, I think if you ask yourself, is what I'm saying terrible? That's usually a giveaway. Just being bad at English is fine.
I've found that if somebody spends too much time nitpicking the rules, I just ban them. I've actually added a rule about nitpicking the rules, because I don't want to spend 20 minutes inside baseball just finding what bigotry is. Like, I'm serious, it's not my job.
It's not my job that you don't know what English is.
Yeah. KMS says command strips would probably hold up the banner. Yeah, it's not that heavy. But yeah, the thing is, though, like, trying to put up things that need to be level while you're sick and dizzy. Also, I wasn't allowed to leave the house to go buy command strips.
That'll do it, yeah. Okay. I think I'm done. How are you doing, Joe?
Honestly, I think I'm done too. I've got, so today, let's just review the art I did. I made a Christmas tree magnet and a heart. I made a couple of laughing Cleos that came out pretty good. The hysterical laughing one there, as well as that one, I think, came out okay. We have a Nightwing Cleo that's angry. We have a few other angry Cleos.
Yeah.
And I also drew some alternate candy cane designs and what my childhood Christmas tree looked like from when I was a kid. So considering I haven't drawn in years, really, this was a good get back into drawing with some simple, straightforward stuff stream. I feel like I got a lot out of it. I know it's not as cool and glamorous as when we do, like, oh, look at this cool 3D model of a castle. Whoa, it's three-dimensional. Whoa. But, like, I feel like for me, artistically, this was a really good stream.
Yeah. It's a nice stream. I made 3 gingerbread men and 2 hearts.
Yay.
Out of felt and fabric. And I think next week I might be able to finish the garland, at least.
Ooh, fantastic. So. I'm hoping to do something more Christmassy next week, but honestly, like I said, everywhere I went, all the Christmas art and craft stuff was already sold out, so I might just be doing more of drawing whatever.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, I forgot I drew this ornament too.
Team Flathead.
Yeah,
We're all Team Flat. We love Flathead. Flathead is going to go in the centre of the garland. So. Okay.
I had a great time hanging out, as always, Cleo. This is...
Yeah.
Send me a message about your availability early next week, and so we can figure out what we're going to do. If you can't do Wednesday, we've done Tuesday morning before, I think. We've
done Tuesday. I mean, I can do... like,
I could probably do
next week is obviously very packed.
Yeah. So the thing is, earlier next week would be better because it's further from Christmas. So we'll announce on Twitter what we're doing, I guess.
It's fine. Okay, well, I'm going to send my people off to places. You're going to send them off to other places.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Oh, I also need to show you my little animation that I've done.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
Please send that my way.
okay.
Um,
I am going to send people off, and I'm going to say goodbye to you, Joe, and I'll speak to you later.
Alrighty. Bye, Cleo.
Bye bye.
Okay, so I'm going to disconnect here. And let's see. So let's see who is streaming today. It looks like Tab Twice is playing a little bit of Minecraft. I've heard of Minecraft. Why don't we head on over there? I'm going to /raid Tab Twice, and I'm going to copy and paste this link over here for anybody who isn't on Twitch. And when you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills right here. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Doo-doo.